What is up? I am back. Yes. I am back. No, I am back. Yes. I'll put that away for a second. I will talk about that. I am actually pretty happy with that thing. But what I must do now is it requires me to use all of my will to retrieve from the refrigerator a beer. And of course, in the due reality of villainy, create some sort of death ray to make you like and subscribe. Or just regular death if you don't. Not that I'm wishing that, I'm just saying it'd be really cool to point it and say that's the threat. This is my death ray that if I shoot you with it and you don't like and subscribe within 24 hours, no, it's like nuts. You'll get a really bad cold. You know, it's not gonna kill you. It's like, no, you know how it is. You know how it is, folks. Because that's a regular, everyday situation. It is. It's real. It's a real, everyday situation. All right. Nikes. Yeah. So I have to retrieve the beer. I will retrieve said beer from the fridge. Where is the fridge? I cannot see anything anymore. I can't read your mind. My God, is in the shop. Oh wow, that's painful. Is anybody out there? I can't even see the thing here because I haven't turned the thing to the right channel. Eddie is on. One watching, so one person. That makes two of us. God dang. Yeah, apparently there is a couple issues on my end, just for the record. But it's not my ups, it's actually my downs. It's kind of weird. Usually it's the other way around. So, upload is like friggin', and my downs are like in the toilet. So, howdy. Howdy. How's it going? It's Miller time, and I'm back. Yes, I am back. I do have to do a tiny bit of rolling paint, roll, paint, rolly, roll, paint. Ranky time. What does that mean? Ranky, what? I'm just making shit up as I go along, y'all. I mean, here on the channel, not with, like, painting things. Like, that's... So, I can be real with you, man. If you want to impress someone at the Sherwin-Williams store, walk in and ask for some coatings. I'm not joking about that. Those guys are real geeks for it, but if you go in there and be like, yeah, I'd like to pick up a couple different coatings, and they're like, well, what are your applications, and then you're like, well, I need kind of like one of these something easy to clean ones, where he's like, you just spray the hose on it, and he's like, oh, and the Sherwin-Williams guy will geek the freak out. I'm telling you. Take a smoke break from Minecraft. Okay, cool. I was trying to take a smoke break when everything crashed. Cheers. Yeah, I was going to do a bunch of work during the little break hour there, and I just didn't. So, hey, I got to ask you guys a question. Okay. Actually, Wiesel, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put out tomorrow for a 15-second review. And I want you to choose. You ready? There's a delay. I have to wait. That's also why I'm doing that. I got to find smoke one. Oh, Wiesel. Okay. A good tool that's going on clearance a bad utility knife or some weird freaking thing. What comes out tomorrow? Those are your three options. Oh, that's amazing that you're pointing that out. I think I can see it, physically see it. So tell me, what's the next cool thing coming out tomorrow? Interesting tool. Worst freaking utility knife, or I mean, if anyone else wants to just start voting, in the chat, but hey, like I have the least vocal chat here. All I have is my buddies. The second one, like a shitty knife, a good tool that's going on clearance. It's a good Monday video. I mean, that does kind of make some sense, right? It's like, because I can't do an ass ton of them right now. I gotta wait for things to come in, and I also gotta wait for money to happen, right? But I have money. It's like I buy them when I can. So yeah, clearance deal, because that's not gonna last for long. So that needs to go out. All right. So I can at least show you this, right? Otherwise, right. I can give you guys the sneak peek on it. The Tough Built folding pull saw. It's a $40 saw normally, actually, and I've checked the price. I did the price charting, the price tracking on it. You guys didn't even freaking listen. It's on Lowe's. It's on Lowe's. Sorry. Yeah, everyone's like hard up or something. But like, dude, you know how I buy things? I buy things because they look interesting. Dude, I saw that. I was like, robot, robot, hello, oh wise owl, I am the robot version of you. Yeah, so that's cool. You pop that, push and pop that, right? That folds down, right? And then you've got the entire, and then I would consider that to be very, remind me very much so of like a cool freaking butterfly knife. So, but I've had folding pole saws before. I actually have an old one in the back. It's just wood handled. It's from like the 1800s. Or no, it's not. It's from like 1998. That's probably my first pole saw. It's all screwed up, by the way. The only reason I have it is because I thought I might want to hold on to it and fix it one day. But it's the size of my arm. It's on sale right now, right? And like I said, I checked the price on this. And folding saws aren't cheap, by the way. Okay, folding saws are not cheap. I checked the price. 40 was cheaper than it was when it debuted, right? And it's $20. This is my only concern about this whole thing is there's no pop out for that. I don't know why it doesn't let you. Nice, yeah, dude. Hey, we used to go down to Boynton Beach sometimes, and we used to get chiggers in the friggin' sand down there. Man, I hated it. And no, so like here in North Carolina, we have these little red bugs that do kind of burrow, but they don't do it like the way chiggers do. Chiggers hurt, right? They really hurt. So, but yeah, that's a good tool. It's got a 17 tooth per inch and a 7 to 10 progressive. So if you know that you need to do a pull for like a certain cut, two different versions of the cut. And I will tell you, I will sneak peek that for you, otherwise that's the shittiest knife I've ever seen. Bought at the same time as this. Oof, yeah. Trust me when I tell you, that's gonna be a real friggin' crowd pleaser right there. It's I already did the video by the way, so like I did it while in the break too. I didn't say I didn't completely do no work. I did channel work. Cheers. But yeah, I did channel work, and I played with this a little bit. This is fun. I did find kind of the spot. Don't put a hole in it. Don't put a hole in it. Don't put a hole in it if you don't expect someone to do it. You know what I'm saying? Had to stop it somehow. It was either one side or the other, and if I got a little jam right there, it's not a big deal, by the way. And that's a pretty meaty spot on my thumb, I gotta be real. But right there, man, that thing. I want to talk about friggin'. Dude, I love this. Dude, there's other colors. I've seen it in yellow and red and black, I think. I want it in all of the colors. Dude, I absolutely just in love with it. I mean, so just that, like, it is a little off balance, but that helps you when you want to stop it, okay? It's hard to get it rolling sometimes, but yeah, when you want to stop it, just jump your hand back and up and down. And I'm also a little drunk, so, and then, man, it is humid as a mofo around here, so, yeah, I'm not gonna blame the world for my greasy fingers, I guess, at this point, but I'm just gonna say it does happen. But yeah, I gotta say, I really do like this. It's definitely a fishing knife, yo. It's a fishing knife. Don't act like it's not, okay? Look at how they sell it on the side. Quick cut slot for rope, knife sharpening on the fly, bottle opening, and hook sharpening. It's for friggin'. Dude, that might work for box opener. Or what do you call it, a letter opener? You could call that your letter opener. Hey, dude, if, I don't know, if I just, like, kind of ran the blade a tiny bit so it wasn't super sharp, and then I put that, and it says, letter opener. Like, on like a wood plate. You know I could build it. You know I can build it. If you build it, they will come. Hey, I'm surprised. That's not bad. Yeah. That's a little bit better than the last freaking run at this. Yeah, I'm not even worried about it. Like I said, I gotta sand all of them tomorrow too before I do all the cabinet paint. Yeah, it's a hell of a process. I gotta tell you, this stuff sucks. But I can tell you, that's a complete panel. So I'm running through them. I'm getting them done tonight. Whether I'm up till 4 in the morning and I'm streaming the whole time. By the way, that's a possibility, y'all. So if you're like trying to go take a dump, you can rest assured you might be able to do that for a little bit. Yeah. That was a package out on it because it held the little protectors on the saw. But geared pivoting mechanism and a handle lock, and then the handle covers the blade. That's what it says on the package, and it's a nice little product. And it's been a little while since I've had a new pole saw, and just to find one that's like I said. So, okay, just to give you a little thought process into how I buy things that are on clearance, okay? There's a place that charts every price. It's just in my favorites. I think it's not price charting. Don't say price charting. But I'm down. I just started rewiring your TV. Okay. Wow. Okay, anyway, Uh, I don't do a lot of carpentry, but like while you guys are paying attention, and as I'm coming up, that's something I'd like to do like segments on. Like I'd like to spend my weekends kind of building like furniture. I know that sounds like crazy man stuff, but like it's easy. It's easy to build furniture, and that'll help fuel that goal in some way. I'm pretty sure, right? It's like this, right? Okay, like if I want to keep people here, I could probably pull down what, this knife. Remember this knife here? Show this on stream, and then people are just gonna hang out for a second. It's kind of cool, right? Look at this. Look at this stupid knife. I bought that when I was like 16, 17. You ever see that movie Kroll? That's what I always say. It looks kind of like the Kroll. The worst part is, that's the one comment. See, I have certain words certainly put out that you can't use on my channel, and meth head, and a bunch of others are fucking definitely in my fucking banned words list. Don't go try it, but I'm pretty sure they're held for review, so they're not. You know, if you say it, I'll have to approve it, and if it's a funny comment, I might. That's the funny part. And if it gets through the censor, then good on you. Okay, that's good on you. No, I'm not. I have a soft dentin, which caused a lot of problems, and then I got into a shit ton of fights. One in which where 14 of my teeth were knocked out by a guy punching my head into a dumpster. Look at this thing. It's the most insane thing. Also, like, you know the content I'm making right now, right? It's literally like kinetic. It's the definition of kineticism. It's like 15-second review. Check out these freaking knives. It's so dumb. Look at that. They hook together. It's like, and like that's the thing. Is like the 15-second reviews are my most primal thoughts about an item, right? They hook together, and then they look really badass in your hand, and then you realize that you're really going to hurt yourself while you're trying to fight someone with it, or pinch your fingers. Ow, that's the whole point of the reviews. It's just like a moving camera experience in a lot of ways, right? It's like it's not designed to be as still sometimes, but I do stiller ones, right? Because it's like a couple of the ones coming up. I just wanted some quiet ones, and then I did a quiet one, or quieter one, not quiet but quieter, and then I did one where I was completely outraged, essentially, because I am. You saw the knife. I'm not showing it till the friggin' thing comes out. Everyone else will be outraged too. But yeah, I bought that when I was like 18. I thought I was like the coolest guy to pick up something so freaking like gnarly and radical and whatever. And I quickly realized, like trying to train these out on myself, that I'm gonna stab myself right here. That's not why that big scar is there, or that big scratch is there. Yeah, right there. Or even worse, like trying to flip it and catch it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut myself somewhere with it. And then I also carried like one of them. I carried that one in my pocket for a long time because it was actually a decent pocket knife. Like when, okay, so like here's the reasoning behind that. I was whittling a lot of stuff at the time, so like that's a good little whittler knife. Okay, I don't know if you ever done like some whittlings, right? It's like, but you're sitting there and you got this little curve. You got this little curve in there. And I just sit there, and that's why these blades are actually dull, because I'd actually sit with these on the back porch. Pops and I would smoke like cigars or cigs or whatever, drinking beers, scotches at the time. Man, I miss friggin' drinking scotches. Oh man. Pops, dude, he won't have anything else anymore. He'll occasionally do some like if I get something that's American, like rye or something, he'll do an old fashioned. We'll do it because we have a little bottle of bitters for him, but yeah, if you ever whittle down something and then, like sit there, I guess I'd be making like a knife out of that when I was a kid. And I have plenty of examples. Actually, I can show you an example of something right here. So I've been making these for years. I got a bunch of friends who are they're like kendo experts and stuff. They practice kendo, and this one is it's just a larger sword. It's like so like you tell people that you're trying to find a bokanai where you're trying to play an anime character and you want to have something that has a length analog. And so I would get these old crate things and I would rip them all apart from these retail spots and I'd make them up for a bunch of my friends. And so there's about 150 of these out there. This is probably about 149, and I think I have 100. We have 150 over there. But 150 is not 150. It's like really number one. It's my oldest one, but Pops keeps using it for like a water finder. But eventually, I'm gonna carve a little skull face looking thing right into there. So yeah. When I was a kid, like we did like martial arts. You know, there was a bunch of things like like this is what I'm saying. Okay, when I was a kid, there were other kids who were being forced by people to like play football or whatever. I'm 6'6", so you're wondering why I never played football, right? That's tomorrow's 15-second review, y'all. Tough built folding pole saw. Anyway, I gotta say it's nice here. It's really nice. It's got robot parts. Anyway, so I had friends. They all needed like sword sticks, and inevitably you're either fighting with each other with them. They're gonna break. Oh, it's like this, right? So like one of the group eventually wanted to do like a fan film for Star Wars. So that was out of the little fan film thing he did. I think it's like 12 seconds on screen, and it's hard to find on YouTube. I can't even find it on YouTube anymore. I have a little bit of test footage. I don't do Taekwondo. I do Sanshin-kai Karate, which is like KI Karate America. It's like it's based on that dude friggin' who Jackie Chan beat. Jackie Chan beat him, and then he was like, "I will integrate yours into the American style of karate." A big spectacle, by the way. No, he just really wanted to know what that guy had, essentially, and was like, "Nah, dude, we'll do a spar out, and you'll be happy." Camulus G Hammer, Camulus Comb. But anyway, this is made of PVC, not PVC, PEX tubing. So there's a metal rod right in the center of all of it, okay, and then there's an inner diameter pipe with some. It's not dope. It's not pipe dope. It's what is it's like Gorilla's glue, right? Okay. And then on the outer, it's the largest. It's the 3/4 pipe on this one. I think we had one that was for an apprentice and one for a Jedi Master who's played by Z3. This is why I wish I could find a lot of that footage, or I'm just gonna go recreate it one day, because I still have a lot of props. Z3 still has the friggin' the hero, he has the belt hanger. I have the hero. No, he has the hero. I have the belt hanger. That's right. Sorry, because the belt hanger popper is right over there. So. And I can't find it right now, but I will find it at some point here, and I'll show you guys that at some point. Actually, let me just look right here, because it might be right behind me. Like, I've been working around the clock, and things get buried behind things and stuff. No, it's not there. I remember I picked it up and I moved it. But this guy, he was like there's a helmet for him too. And it had to get painted several times because it got almost destroyed in the filming process. But he did like a kendo style, and he was one of my buddies. And so like a Sith master using like the suicide friggin' kendo stance and all that. And then yeah, so it was a really cool thing. And this kid was really talented. And essentially what happens is, like, people who are talented, they have parents who have better ideas for them. And then he ended like never doing another film again, even though that was his passion. Nice Korean military arts, dude. Hey, there's a bunch of so I also took judo. I took judo, and that has pressure pointing, but it uses clothes to do it, right? Or clothing. I don't know if you've ever looked at judo, but it's like if you look at a philosophy of book, it'll show you where on someone's collar to grab it and then pull down, and then jam your hammer right into their friggin' neck, and it'll help like cut off that carotid if you want. Yeah, yeah. Mm. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If anyone's ever running at me, I literally just like take a step back, and then I'm like, huh? And I'm like, boom, just knock them over with their head. Like, just grab their head, and, because I'm so big, right? Yeah, that's a 3.5 inch blade. I have like 10 inches on that. I think, here, there you go. Hold on. 10 inches, 9.5. 9.5 on my finger span. And wingspan is, let's find that one out real quick. Fingertip to fingertip, y'all. Like an eagle. Eagle. 6 foot, 1/2 inch. I bet it's only 6 feet though. I'm 6'6", but I have long willowy legs like Ferb. Yeah, I bought the Camulus tonight. It's amazing. I love the freaking little hexagons. It's a fishing knife, y'all. I know there's other applications, but if you want a knife, it's nice, it's cool. It does this. Oh, hold on. It does that. Crap. I had it going for like friggin' 20 minutes, Owl, didn't I? Yeah. And it's got a little shake, so if you want to just shake it and stop, it's a Camulus comb. I think it comes in a bunch of colors. I've seen it in yellow, and I think I've seen it in red. But it's got a knife, a sharp out. It's got a hone out. It's got a cord slip, and then it's got a. I mean, that's a bad example, but it does open bottles. My last Camulus knife was the G Hammer. I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite little pocket knives, just because how good that friggin' handle is. It's really well balanced, and then it's got a drop cam friggin' ball bearing, so it's not spring assist, but if you just give it the tiniest little flick, that ball bearing just whoosh, like a fidget toy, just exploding into a giant spinning mass. Oh, it's great. Camulus does nice stuff. Like, someone's like, cheap Chinese stuff. I was like, yeah, everything's cheap Chinese stuff. What do you got problems with that? Dude, I've been using this Milwaukee tool, cheap Chinese crap. It's been amazing with that cheap Chinese crap. What is this? I think this is cheap Chinese crap. Yeah, this is China, made in China, Hercules. Sanding sheets, cheap Chinese crap. Yeah, it's nice. I'm happy with that. Oh, here's my sanding blades for the countertops I gotta cut. Yeah, cheap Chinese crap. Should just someone clip that right now and make a song. A cheap Chinese crap. Cheap Chinese crap. Now that's some cheap Chinese crap. Okay. That's Ozark Trail, $21. Fixed blade. I call that a tracker knife. I don't know if people, or a tracer's knife. I don't know, like if going broke. Going broke. You look like my friend Kevin Pyle. Actually, I look like a lot of people right now because I had to shave my my face because of a respirator I've been doing on this big job. There's footage of me in a full bodysuit and everything, like sanding ceilings with like contaminated popcorn on it. If you look, if you can see, kind of here, I can do that. Here's all the. They're getting. It's kind of a cross feed fan situation right here, but I got all of that. That stuff is getting kills 3'd right now. So yeah. Literally everything's made. That's not true. Okay. This is made in Vietnam. Okay. A lot of stuff is made in Vietnam. What else is made in Vietnam? Let's see. I think this is China. I think this is China. Yeah, that's Chinese, and that's one of my highest tool recommendations. All right, I promise. If you guys friggin' stick around, like this will be included in like the giveaway after 100 knives. Okay, if this will be the only giveaway, and I'll give like a bunch of them away. Just don't leave the stupid stream to go buy it. Just remember, it's a skill product, and it has a sensing technology, which means don't leave the stream. If you're working on an electrical outlet and your dumbass apprentice doesn't hear you, hey man, is that cool, on the little walkie-talkie. If you're not using a walkie-talkie, I don't know what your problem is, but go ahead. Anyway, don't leave the stream. This is like $25, okay? This has kept me from getting tickled at least 1,000,000 times in the past decade. I'm not joking. 5 people. God, it's okay. It happens. It's fine. I get you. You got to go buy it. That's what you're doing. It does kill me. I need the link in my stupid friggin' description. It's like, hey, link in the comments or something, you know? Like, it's just like, it's just, I lose people for that. It's great. Recommending a tool. I know I'm selling them. But yeah, I built that for this kid's project. This is a security bottom for a Radio Shack that I scrapped the entire Radio Shack out of. So you're talking about like when you scrap something, what are you keeping? Everything. Like anything that looks interesting. This spring right here, that is an agitator spring from a washing machine. How did I figure that out? I don't know. Just looking at stuff. And then the entire base of this is a Bogan tripod leg. And if you know anything about, see, I lost a bunch of y'all. Y'all came back. You bought the thing. I hope you bought it. Or put it in your wish list. Anyway. Show up to the next stream to see it again. Putting it away. I did find, like, some weird things at the store. I found that $2 Hyper Tough light at Walmart. And I'm like, I guess you could, like, hang that on your shirt. Or something. And you're working, you know, with the Phantom keychain, and you're there trying all the keys before you try to start picking it. By the way, that is something I advocate. Just buy any random keys, start your own Phantom keychains. Dude, I'm telling you, the reason why I use this Bigfoot boy is because these are all like locks, lock boxes, Yale locks, Yale keys, crappy ones, okay? These are all separated, okay? So you've got kind of like, you got your Schlegs, you got your Hillman quicksets, quicksets, Hillman copies, you got your Pellas. Pellas use quickset, Defiant uses quickset, so, the only thing is that so I've noticed that Defiants only work on Defiance sometimes, but certain ones, you'll learn how to discern the difference if you keep using them constantly to try and do that. I have a story coming up about that, but this is an interesting product. It's only $2 at Walmart. It's got a distress signal if you fall off a roof, I guess. God forbid you would fall off a roof. Why they don't have hover boots. Why they don't have hover boots, right? What, you know, I vote for more hover boots. Hover boots, y'all. But for $2, like, I'm willing to give this a run at, like, what is it for, right? Like, this is what I'm saying, okay? I bought these little tiny lights, okay? Headlamps. They're $2 a piece. You get a headset thing from Walmart, and then you can pop them off because they just kind of slide on and off of the headset or the headband. So what I've been doing is I've actually been taking these, and I'll just take this, and wherever I'm working, I'll underlight, and then I'll take the other headlamp, and I'll pop it on my head, and I will overlight. So when you're doing like like a receptacle. There's no power in the room. You do have a trouble light, so you're like working on an electrical outlet. Now you can see up top and below. It's just what I'm saying is like I'm starting to see why I bought this for $2, and it wasn't more than just 2 headlamps on my bump cap at one time. Bump cap. Buy a bump cap. If you can't get the Milwaukee one, it comes in a different hat. It comes in this hat. Where is this hat? This hat is not here. Dude, I know a guy who bought the bump cap and then tossed the friggin' insert. I was like, yo, you should have just held on to that. Next time you want to do that, just hold on to it. I'll give it away to someone. I was so upset with him, dude. Like, he knows I come in there every day, too, which is the worst part. And I said, dude, the bump cap has a cool cap. I can't find it right now. It's around here somewhere, right? I can't. Oh, there it is. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. My goodness. It's this guy right here. Haha. Yeah, this came with my bump cap. And I gotta say, the other Milwaukee trucker hats don't really fit as good as that for the bump cap. But I found that their Flex Fit one fits it friggin' to a T. This is, okay, I'm 6'6". I bump my head getting out the car. Like, I'm getting out the truck, boom, crap. I've done it too many stupid times, right? I literally, like my neck has issues because I crane it so much because I'm, like, in and out, and I'm like, oh, there you go. You know, like, like that kind of stuff, right? And it's like, so I get, like, a pain right there, and I get something similar on the other side, but it's, like, right here against this. Because I'm always like driving left or I'm driving right, and I'm usually driving like somewhere in between. It's just, it's a giant pain in my neck. Was that a setup for the joke? No, it was just the fact that that's where it all happens. Yeah, I bought that tonight. I love it. It made me feel a little bit better about myself because I've been wanting that for a couple weeks. Cool little knife. I want to buy any color. It's the Camelus comb. I have a serious thing. I'm an artist. I make these 3-dimensional glue sculpture things. And by the way, this hexagon in the knife is the exact size of my glue hexagons. No joke. Like, not joking, for real. Like, it's really uncanny. So yeah, I'm telling you, I really do like, I like that it's the same size. It just friggin' gets me in the heart. Stabs me in the heart. Bestow unto me sweet death. I would enjoy to be stabbed through the heart with something with such hexagonal enjoyment built in. But yeah, buy a bump cap. Look, even, okay, you're in a crawl space. In a crawl space, you're working in a dining room. They take the dining table out, you're hitting your head. It's a real friggin' thing. If you can't buy the $30, $35 Milwaukee buy one on Amazon. I got, Dan is a mod now. He's going to report back on how good Amazon ones are. So I will have some idea of what to look for. If he has any issues, I can report that to everybody else. So, yeah. Cheers. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. The comb. What's up, Brendan Drayton? Yeah, you like the comb? It doesn't work as an actual comb, but I don't have hair to test it on, so it might work to shave the rest of what I got off. I don't know. It might need a sharpen. Oh, hey. And a little hone, right? A little hone. Ooh. 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 Oh, hey, boo-boo. That's a sharp knife right there, dude. My goodness. I'm gonna make some butt chips for you there. There's a butt shape. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. It's nice. Yeah, I'm not complaining about a lot of this stuff that I've been trying to try, like trying to get. Like just finding that has like, knock on wood, man. Forget that, man. You were hitting my head, dude. That's not made of wood. I mean, you know, $2 headlamp. Who could say no? I'm telling you, put that right underneath your project, under light. Put that on your hat, overlight. $4 for a headlight and an underlight. Leatherman Surge. Hello from Leatherman. Are you Leatherman or are you Surge? The delicious beverage from the 1990s. Surge! It's a good question. So I have to say, I found us the exact same thing at a Walmart. But it's nice. This one came with like this really crazy dope blade. I'm gonna have to sharpen it. But look at that thing. It's like a stainless steel hunk of cheddar. See? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? You're not Leatherman multi-tools. Don't act like that. You're not made of them. Are you a robot that's created out of the all of the Leatherman? I mean, I hate to break it to you, dude. Like, I don't have a Leatherman to show you. I'm sorry. I really kind of wish I did. I used to have like friggin' 5 of them, but they were all like 30, 20, 40-year-old ones. But yeah, I like a nice scraper. Come on, y'all. You gotta get a good scraper. And then if you're getting a real deal utility knife, just buy this thing. It's got a 10 storage section. 10 blade storage section. Yeah, if you're hoplite, you need something small. I get it. Buy something better. Buy something small. Buy something compact. I don't know. This one's not bad. Hey, look at that. No cuts. Yeah, that's a heart knife. And that one has 2 blade storage. And one of the things I like about this is this actually has a magnet. But here's the thing, you gotta buy this in a 2-pack with my favorite knife, which is kind of upsetting, but my favorite knife is my favorite knife right now, so. And it's also in the truck, so, and you see this garage door very much so closed because the frogs are getting busy tonight, y'all, in the backyard. But no, Hart's putting out a lot of these dope, like, drop knives for the utility scene. I mean, here, like, dude, I can tell you, just break out the freaking bag. Break out the bag. Hold on. I'm coming. All right, it says the Joker bag. Here's the Joker bag. Why is it the Joker bag? Because it only has knives. So we're talking about utilities. Don't recommend the Gerber. And I don't recommend this particular Milwaukee. The one with the double bump is better. This one pushes your 2 fingers together. I've got these little heart knives, aren't bad at all. Oh no, that's the Gerber. Sorry, Leatherman, that's the Gerber money clip. That's kind of interesting. Do I think that'll open up in my pocket? Yes, 100%. Don't recommend, but it's fun. The Gordon knife out of Harbor Freight. It's fine. You just got to spend about 6 weeks squirting Popsol fish juice in it for it to flip out like I just showed you. Popsol fish juice is required for that. Lots of it. It's a great gag gift. Keep that in your pocket at work, and if someone asks you for your knife, you just be like, here you go, I'll lend you that. I'm telling you. You think he'll forgive you? You think that person that you do that to is going to be happy with you for the rest of your life? Sorry, y'all. I do like a nice little concealable tosser knife. That's like an SOG. I'm trying to get it to... I've been friggin' carrying it in my pocket too long. Little SOG. Sew that in the line of one of your pants or something. That's the rule. The rule of 3. 3 knives. 1 for them to find and 2 for me to keep. Walmart, $10. You don't want that? That's so fun. See, I have to split it up. I can't do only utility blades. Not everyone's going to want to see utility blades for 10 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I do have some Rex for them, but yeah, little $10 blades. Just buy fun stuff. Buy all the fun stuff. What is this? This is not fun. This is actually a decent pocket knife out of Walmart. It's a lock back, right? Lock back, and it's spring assist, right? So, lock it. Good idea, Eddie. But yeah, nice little utilitarian. Doesn't open up in your pocket if you make sure you lock it. Same thing with that. Nice little pocket knife out of Walmart. I think that's $7.97. Lock back, same deal, all of that good stuff. Like, just go buy some of these stupid little knives. Have some fun with your life. That's the Harbor Freight $9 one. That's a fairly capable thing to carry around if you're cutting ducks or if you're cutting through a bunch of insulation, maybe. That might help get you through, what is that, R12s? R30s? R12s, R30s? You know, especially if someone didn't pack the right knife that day. So no one brought you the big long one that cuts friggin', what, R60s or whatever. The Doyle knife, I recommend the Doyle knife over the Gordon knife out at Harbor Freight because you spend a few extra bucks and then it works out the box. Cobalt's cheapest flip open knife is something I highly recommend. This is way better than most options. That's only $7. The other option they sell for the exact same price is that. And I'm telling you, like, I got a video coming in the next day or so. It's a 15-second review on the worst one that I've ever found. You guys are into like extreme discreet extra tool carry stuff. This is like what this whole community, guys, is onto this, right? And I'm saying the $11 hunting knife or no fire knife at Walmart. That's the $11 fire knife. It's got a little flip bit. It's got a ferrous materius rodimus, and of course, I caught it. I didn't catch it with my hand. I caught it and diverted it slightly to that table part. Anyway, so like this, okay? Now, I'm coming up with something soon, but here's the Roxxon product. Okay, now I know there's a lot of Roxxon guys out there. I've had a bad experience with this company, and I've also noticed something about their engineering. It's all the exact same stuff in different tool forms. Like this plier multi-tool, they sell several different versions with one dumb thing that's different than the rest. This has a ferro rod, so it's the Spark. There's one that's like a surgical. There's one that's like it's a surgical blade, something, or whatever. Dude, I was looking the other night. I was drunk. Cheers. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking, and I'm like, their entire freaking line. The only thing, and I have another example right here. Here's the. And the only way I know how this works is because this broke on the stream when I opened it. But the only way I know this is because I had to fix this. But if you look, okay, you can see. Hold on. Wait. So if you look in there, you can see where that spring bar is riveted in. You see that? Well, this spring bar is riveted in right here. So that spring bar is the system that they use for their detent release system. Sorry. They're almost, in many senses, like the patent would be detectably the same. So what I'm trying to say is, like, the problem with this one is that if it gets caught, it won't spring back. And the problem with this one I've seen is nothing really. Actually, the engineering's pretty solid in it. The only thing that I've seen is It's like most of these, they're OEM'd. They're a little cheap. All right. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Okay, I carry a suspension. Sorry, Leatherman Surge, my bad. I mean, I could use this to knock on wood. I could use this to hammer a nail if I needed to. It's so solid, okay? But that, you just, every time it clicks. Guys, I got a beer. Let me be right back. Hold on. Like I'm saying, it's a $20 multi-tool versus a $40. Right, but I can tell you that the $11 multi-tool, the $7 multi-tool I have, and I also have an 11 one. For the most part, they don't really do that. Okay, so it's not about freaking quality in some ways. It's about, like, they tout their engineering, and their engineering is not showing in their product. This is a little bit better of a product, but I swear to God, if you have to take that apart and put that back together, go ahead and leave it for 3 or 4 nights. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do that. That's going to go up at some point in the next 3 to 4 months. How to take it apart, how to put it back together, and not, like, literally rip all of your hair out when you do it. But this is a slick little thing. Is it a weird knife? Yeah, that's why I buy stuff like this. It's weird. It's, dude, like, that's not threatening. It's not threatening. I'm not threatening anyone. I am Cornholio. I need tippy for my bunghole. But yeah, Gerber, cheap Chinese crap, people say. Roxxon, cheap Chinese crap. Oh, what? Cheap Chinese crap. It doesn't matter. I don't have, like, a big deal with it. Like, reality is, like, for $20, if you want, like, a cool little fire starting system or something, gosh, see, that's something that keeps happening, right? Okay, don't even spend the 20. Spend the $11. That's a knife, a giant knife, way bigger than the knife on that. You're not getting pliers. Buy a cheap $3 pair of pliers. You're fishing, you're hunting, you're doing whatever, you're camping. But, right? That's got the bottle opener right there. It's got the screwdriver right there. And it's got the ferro rod right there. So, buy $11 and then go to the tool section. I just saw it tonight. Buy a $3.95 or $4 whatever cent cheap pair of needle nose pliers from or hey, splurge. You know what? Spend 20 on the pliers. I'm not gonna get around anymore, dude. It's fun. It's an interesting idea. They tout how good their engineering is, but I'm telling you right now, it's the same thing. Was what a green one? What, this? Carby Keitel, what's going on? Hey, I hope you don't mind. Let me hold on. Hey, Al, see if you can help me out here. Yeah, I don't think we can't mod you yet, Carby. I think I have a limit on mods for right now. But you're getting one too. You're gonna be Blue Man Group soon. Relax. I can do it tonight after everything uploads, or tomorrow. But yeah, dude, that's an $11 Ozark trail knife. It's in most of my several of my Walmart videos that are up right now. I go out and I'm like, why is there this? Howdy, Mark Lester. I like that their pirate insignia on there. Should I say, the beatings will continue until morale improves. But yeah, tomorrow I got a tool on sale going out. I'm gonna stop trying to preview that because you guys just got a sub now, I think. Yeah, Roxxon. Look, there's a lot of hope in that. You know, is it good hope? Is it empty hope? I'm still working on it. I got 3 more of these coming. Yeah, man, friggin' the beatings will continue. So to show you the best in the business, you got big long hands. You want a utility knife that's gonna friggin' not hurt your hand. The Coast Lockback utility knife or the DeWalt long boy. I call these handles bananas. I have a video up where I do the banana song. Here it is. Here's the banana. That's banana nana banana nana ha banana. So anyway, yeah. You're looking for a slightly more compact knife. That's a great one. It's a Craftsman high vis version of a red one, and it's got an extra blade storage in it. There's a plastic part on it, and that's the blade storage. At least it's not wearing your blade down. It's wearing the plastic down. Think about it that way. Okay. You don't like that? Go even smaller. Aha. That's even smaller. And there is a very much so smaller one from DeWalt that I do not have an example of because it's in pieces. I just have to buy another one tomorrow when I'm at the store. Cobalt makes a current version. It's got kind of a white handle. That's for big hands. But the one thing I can tell you is you want the smallest, most amazing, most durable, will last you a lifetime on the edge of your leather pants. Okay? That's the Fiskars Pro. All metal, flick out design, the smallest handle in the industry for some of this stuff. Because I've looked at sizing. I always look at sizes, and this has to be from this point to this point one of the smallest things I've ever seen. And it's got an amazing friggin' belt clip. It does not fail. It says Pro on it. It frickin' means it, y'all. The only piece on here that I have seen that is not metal is this piece of rubber. Now, are most of these knives down here? That's 10 or 12 or 13. So Casey, it is a little fat, but I'm going to tell you right now. Here's a regular kind of big boy utility knife. You're talking about very little. And when I say that this thing just lives in a pocket, like, you know how pockets are kind of designed. Hold on. See, shit. See, Pops stole my friggin' pair of pants, y'all. I'm so pretty. Dude, I even said something to him. I was like, where's my damn pants? Oh, they're up on the laundry room. I was like, don't friggin' do that, Pops. Pretty upset. Anyway. It sits right in the curve of a curved pocket. Like you imagine, like that's the edge of the pocket right there. Just sits right there. So, like you got your wallet on top or something. You know what I'm saying? And it just, dude, I can't explain the comfort factor of it. And then, okay, if you're not a pocket knife kind of thing, this thing clips. So I can tell you right now, okay, there are several clips that I really do endorse. The Night Eyes clip. Night Eyes makes one of the most amazing clips in the industry. The Clip Tech clips by Tough Built, friggin' amazing. Load your whole belt and then load all the tools later. Tip up or down, Carby? I keep telling me what tip. What are you talking about? Anyway, more context. That knife is $15. It's worth it. I did look. Some of your content is very impressive. I've only dropped out of everything ever, so if it's impressive, it's only because I've learned everything. I like to call that the Ozark Akimbo Special. Ah, man, that's a $14 knife combo. You have to buy two of them at $7 and change. So like 14 and change. But I'm a sucker for a Tanto blade. Look at that. That's my favorite. It's my banana. And then my constant carry right now is this. I love my banana, but this is what I've been carrying. You know why? Because Milwaukee was supposed to make this knife. Milwaukee was supposed to make this knife, right? Right? They perfected this click open fastback junk, right? Right? Oh, hey, look at that. Guess what? Pops' legendary knife. Okay, the fastback, 48/22/1906 fastback. Hart makes one now. They're hard to find because I've been telling people all about it. Sorry, y'all. The demand is not catching up to the need of people to find that knife now. You think I'm joking about that? It's like I looked on Amazon at the screwdriver, and it said, like when I looked a month ago, it said like 10 sold in X amount of days, right? When I looked on Amazon again, it said like 200 something. It's like, what? No way. It's like, did I do that? And it's like, so I looked the next day and when I wasn't streaming, and it would go down, like kind of show you something, and then it would like pop back up or something because someone else is talking about it, I'm guessing. But this is the problem with that knife. This is the fastback. It doesn't go fast back. Right? So if the Apple guys are making their Apple knife computers, then here's the Orange Boys, and they're doing what the Apple guys are supposed to be doing. You see the problems with that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. This should have been this. One button, open, close. Open, close. This is a button and a bent tang inner blade, inner handle friggin' release junk. It's junk. They sell this knife in a cobalt. Don't get me wrong, I like cobalts. But Pops' knife, this is the most comfortable fastback knife they've ever produced. And I bought him this for Christmas, and he nearly wanted to friggin' have my head. Because he has carpal tunnel, and you can't see it until you put the two of them together. That's a radically different knife than this extremely comfortable one that he's come to love. So, I think in the video I was like, what executive at the boardroom this up? And I was like, yeah, what did he get it pregnant or something? I said in the video. You have to pause it to see it though. I'm not being like, but like, look, the handle on that's really nice. It's a great handle, right? It's like I'm buying the one with the screwdriver in it, and you see what I'm trying to get after is that uncomfortable bump pushes your fingers together. Okay, so when you grab that, it pushes these two fingers together, right? I even warned a friend of mine not to buy the new one. And he bought it, and he was like, dude, what's wrong with me? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, I should have just listened to you. He's like, please tell me what knife to go buy. Adversely, if you'd like a really amazing knife out of one of these big box stores, this Husky is probably one of my favorite little things ever, okay? So it's got a detent lock, okay? Red for danger, right? It won't open in your pocket if it's silver, right? Silver. Red for danger, silver for good. Won't open in your pocket. Now, spring assist, $13.98. Talking about a $15 knife. Look at that thing. And that handle ain't that bad either. That's, oh man, I just like, almost all of these knives are being made by the same company. Okay? Same company. They have a quality standard in China for it. Oh, this one too? Oh, that one. Yeah. That one. This one right here. I'm pretty sure the Camulus is having these guys, these boys do this too. Which is probably why I like Camulus so much, is because Camulus is at least like keeping their cost point low for the prestige of their quote unquote brand. But I tell you, their $20 cost point makes that a knife you can afford, and I think that's really just amazing that there's a little Fisher's knife like that in the world, and it's got just sharps, sharps right on the side. But that Camulus Swedge, it's like a big chisel. It's a giant knife down one side. It's a big chisel, and it's a rasp. If you're in gardening, this is amazing. You clean it with soap and water. I use a hatchet, but I do have this coming up for Sam. Sam is my apprentice, so he insisted I buy this, so I'm gonna make him chop some crap down in my yard to test it. And then I'm gonna take mine, and I'm not even gonna put a fresh sharp on it. Okay, I'm gonna give him the fair shake on this. This is like an $8 machete. I'm gonna give him a fair shake. I'm not even gonna sharpen one. Right? I haven't sharpened it since I used it last. And mine will devastate this thing because it's a Fiskars professional style. What do you call that blade? Yeah. Ever try Milwaukee 1505 driver with a doohickey ratchet tool? Casey M890, I really need you not to ask me about that right now, because yes, I've heard of it, and I have not tried it, and it's happening soon, so relax. I think the worst part is yeah, okay, cool, so relax. Yes, I'm looking at all of the cool, interesting things around here on YouTube that people talk about. That's why this is why I bought that knife. I saw that on another guy's knife channel, right? And I don't do knife reviews. I'm not a knife. I'll do a couple like music or some other, because always trying to ice skate uphill, because it's like the reference is it's a blade. To the reference to blade, blade, ice skating blades. I don't know. Cheers. That's a better decision to cheers. By the way, I'm not upset. That's just my regular manicness happening. I'm not manic, depressive. I'm manically upset that no one ever hears my opinion sometimes. And I realize sometimes the best way to get it through is to just shut up. And then when everyone's done talking, you'd be like, well, I think all of you are wrong. You stand up and you're like, wrong, out the chair. It's like, your plan doesn't think this through. Yours doesn't do this. Just put it all in your brain. And the last time I had to do that really put like making videos kind of into a little bit better of a space for me. Because like, I'll admit, right, like I put out a lot of motivationals in the middle of the night, and there's a reason for that, because I do believe in people. I believe in you guys. I believe in everything that is happening in the world is not by chance, unfortunately, or fortunately, or whoever side you're on. I don't freaking care. All I know is that I've always looked at the world from sort of the outside, because a lot of these people never really want to let me in. And it's all right. Hey, there's a world on YouTube where my voice gets heard, and it gets heard very loudly. By the way, I do have to paint these. I'm sorry. So look, but if you watch those, they're very clever too. The reason why everything is so clever is because I put a lot of thought into things, whether you think I do or not. So my biggest video is a video that took me a year to write. I have like 480,000 views on it, I think. It took me about a year to write, and it started one summer. We're out there buying Kills 2 paint pops and I, okay? And there's a guy who walks up right in front of us, doesn't notice us, just walks right up in front of us, starts looking at the paint we're about to look at, right? And then he stands there for friggin' 20 minutes, it seems, right? Because we walked away. And when we came back, he's just sitting there scratching his head. And I walk up to him and I said, dude, buy 2 gallons. What? Buy 2 gallons. If you don't have enough in the 2-gallon bucket, buy 2 more gallons. Okay. And if you don't have enough in that, you don't need the 5-gallon bucket, buy another 2 gallons because you're still saving money. Right? And that guy was like, oh, thanks, man. And so I kind of was figuring out, essentially the right way to rage bait people into commenting on it. And I know that's like the worst word to convey that, but it doesn't matter what you say. Someone will always say you're wrong. So Saul 7, one of my best traits is that I shut that shit down pretty quick. Or I just ignore it usually. I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy for you. You know, I think you should write a book. So I have this natural inflection that kind of just makes me sound like I'm being sarcastic all the time. And it's really not, it's not intentional. It's not intentional. Shit. Like, I've made it intentional in many ways. I'll point that out very certainly. But no, dude, like, okay. There's like 7 to 10 words that'll just shut people down. Like, I love that so much for you is one of my favorites because you can say it like you mean it, but you also can say it with the inflection that you hate them, and they'll catch that you mean it, but they'll also hear that you freaking hate that so much for them, like, or whatever. It's kind of funny, okay? So, like, a good example. A guy told me once, he was like, you know, hey, I'm really into antique dolls. I'm like, oh, wow, that's kind of interesting. I'm not really interested in the story, but if you'd like to write that down, I'd certainly read it at some point, right? And the guy's like, okay. So there are these types of dolls that are from a certain area. And I'm just like, guy, dude, just relax. I just told you not to explain it and to write it all down. The rolls off the tongue before you. It's a natural, yeah, no, okay, so people used to be like, what's the answer to this? Be like, 42? And they'd be like, is that a question? I was like, no. And so apparently I have what's called like a rising impediment, and I also have a stutter. If you haven't noticed yet, it's not as nearly bad as it was when I was a kid, but I certainly still have it, and it catches me all the time. Editing helps me, by the way. If you go look at the videos, they get edited and cut real close. Especially the 15 friggin' second ones, man. Those kill me to try and get 15. And I cheat a lot, dude. I cheat so much, dude. Some of those 15 seconds reviews are like friggin' 17 seconds or whatever. I think it's because I don't count like a joke clip to be part of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's still a valid okay. But most people don't notice it. And then no one's ever friggin' noticed that I don't finish. I've never written, or no, I have written, but I stopped writing the S in 15-second review. It just says 15 EC review. That's a Miller Lite, man, a fine Pilsner beer. Usually I'm drinking High Life, but no, that's hilarious. That's my point. Thanks for the emotes, y'all. That's what's your favorite utility blade with driver? What's my favorite driver? Show buck 110. I don't have a buck 110, my buddy. I will at some point. Scroll to the channel, Mr. Trollinger, and I will have the $7-8 billion to buy that, and the spaceship to go actually get it like remade, right? Like go back in the past or whatever. And then also I can hire Scott Bakula to like do the dramatization of all of it. All right, am I wrong? My name is Buck, and I like to help people. Hey, it's like, who's Scott? Who's Scott? Scott is too funny. Who's Scott? Cheers. Sorry, I should have said cheers first. Yeah, Quantum Leap, bro. I remember Backla, Sclot Blackla. Oh, actually, so interestingly enough, one of my favorite Star Treks is the Scott Bakula one. Dude, like when that came out, I was like, man, it's a pretty good show. What the heck, right? I was like, yeah, it's a little lost right now, but dude, so is freaking TNG, right? It's like- dude, TNG was in the desert those first seasons, bro. Ah, man. You know, as much as I love doing like the charity stuff on the other end, I hate doing the contract work, y'all. And like I said, I don't hire out like a whole crew usually. I hire out like kids and give them kind of like a life experience. Let pops kind of run them like, run him like he cares about him, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Pops is a pretty interesting fella. He can be a little salty if you're not working the way he tells you to. And it's super simple. This is why Pops and I don't get along sometimes, right? Dude, he is on the CSI show. Wasn't he on like something else too, like Jag or something? That was decent. I know my folks is old. Yeah, they watch them things. Uh, but yeah, no, dude, I grew up with like Quantum Leap. Like, I like sci-fi a whole lot. Like, I think it's probably the most interesting thing on television because like almost everything else is like some reflection of what's happening here in the world. And although sci-fi is also a reflection of the things happening here in the world, at least they got cool rubber heads and shit. So when you're drinking your beers, cheers! You get to see people in weird rubber heads and shit. Plus, I gotta tell you, dude, some of them aliens on stuff like when I was growing up, man, who was doing acid a bunch, man, it was like, woo, dude, that guy's a real thing. I remember we saw Jar Jar Binks and we were like, yeah, we're okay. I don't know. And then like the next day, like people were like, man, screw Jar Jar Binks. We were like, nah, man, Jar Jar Binks is crazy weird, cool. Like, he's the only real character in the whole movie, bro. Like it's like, oh yeah, I brought the big guns too. The anniversary can of the delicious. I wish I could do that. I can't do that with this. It will literally destroy the beer as I do it. Hey, Saul7, man, thanks for hanging out, dude. For real. Dude, I do have some movie recommendations coming. So if you'd like to hang out, if you'd like to sub, man, I'd certainly appreciate it. Not to mention, if you show back up, I'll remember exactly who you are. What's up, David Fleury? How you doing, man? Hey, dude, don't say I'm humble, man, until you see me rumble. Because I'm not, dude. I get serious sometimes, man. Thanks, Saul, dude. You're one of the real Saul, and you're one of the real 7, right? Am I wrong? It's okay. I think I know the reference to your name too. I think I might know. Aside from the fact that the one, me, my very eager. But you know what? Dude. I'm just gonna think about that overnight. Have a little dream or something. All right. So, yeah. Thanks for everything. For real, David Fleury. It's good to see you, man. Holy crap. Like the live, please. By the way, I just saw you popping in. I just saw you popping in. I gotta see. Look at your content. It's so very impressive. It's like my machete. I'm trying to keep up with what you've been saying. Beer probably helps smooth it out too. That's not true. Beer does not help anything with me. Actually, if it does anything, it exacerbates all of the problems. Yeah, the Fiskar. Yeah, it's right here. Fiskar Pro Compact Utility Knife. It's $14.99 on Amazon. If you wait, you can get it on a sale. I think it's $2 off when they sell it. But it's probably my favorite knife. Buy it for the regular price. It's so good. It's all metal construction. You look at this. I've been beating the crap out of this. I don't show tools. I do not show tools. Like these knives, they have little scratches and stuff from being in the bag, but this is a tool I used for an entire week and a half and I still pull it out of the bag and I still use it. Like, okay, I have like these two clip spots kind of, right? I know if I'm going after something and I know I need two different blades, okay, I can do like my Klein. I know I can do that. And when I say two different blades, usually I'm talking about like, you know, hey, here's a serrated one for one application, and then here's the hook for the other application. And then of course, here's the deep hook. I have a deep hook here for certain applications as well. Also very good for a lot of things. Hold on. Yeah, deep hook. So I do have kind of a explaining razor blades video kind of coming. It's a real video. Scripting is the thing that takes the most time for me. So at least on that stuff. On 15-second reviews and 30, like this stuff is built to be like a constant thing. I'm not being very constant right now because I'm working a lot on this stupid crap over here. I've been painting cabinet fronts that were destroyed by someone's illegal kitchen. But yeah, the Fiskar. I'm telling you, Fiskar is a great company. They've discontinued some products in the past that they probably shouldn't have. That's my my machete. That's a Fiskar's. Almost every pair of scissors I've owned, aside from this knockoff pair that I use for chopping up the greenery, has been Fiskar's. This is my pair of loppers. An interesting story about that. Pops bought that on an American Express when I was young, like very young, maybe in my 20s. And yeah, 25 or something. And I get home one day and he shows it to me. And he says, "Try this thing." So I go over to a tree, I lop a branch. I was like, "Oh, it's really nice, man," but I can see the handles going. I said, "I'm just gonna stick to my chainsaw, Pops, right?" But he used it for a couple of years and it was fine. Then one day it gets a product recall. The only reason he knows about it is because he bought it on his American Express that he's had since the 1960s. And they said, "Hey, there's a product recall on that, and you should probably send it to us, and we'll get a replacement." And so what did they do? They put steel bar handles on it. The steel bar handles replaced the new Fiskar model that had fiberglass handles. And what was happening is people were trying to cut things that are way too large, right? You ready for that? Yeah. I keep telling people I'm just going to destroy the entire set while I'm doing this. Yeah! Come on. But now, if you want to cut something up to 4.5 inches, it's really all, dude, Fiskars is no joke. Especially, they've learned a lot of lessons from their products previous. So, dude, you think I care about that, David? You think I care about that, David? Mobile. You're just mobile. I like that. It's like there was a name of a character in something. Hey, what's up, Mobile? But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, as much as I'd like to continue destroying the entire set, which does need to happen, by the way, it's part of the process. Like, by the time I get to my, like, final location, I'm just going to have, like, examples of toolkits and stuff like that, and I'll probably sell out, like, sell just, like, full-on, like, tool drop bags or something. Because, like, honestly, someone is like, "Hey, I want an entire pack-out outfit." Well, dude, I've actually done that for someone once. By the way, don't work for too many rich people, because they'll think you're, like, you know, rich too for some reason. And then when they call you up, and then they're like, "Hey, we spent $4,800 last night on drinks. You gonna help pay for that?" I was like, "Dude, I have $50 in the bank, bro. What the f is your problem, dude?" I was like, "I toil on your crap all the time." And then, yeah, I stopped getting that work when I cursed him out. And then I went freelance like this with Pops about 3 days later. And I also got fired from Ray's Pizza, which was so I used to run 2 jobs, right? I'll freely admit that I am a workaholic, y'all. Like the definition case of one. I sleep 4 hours a night, at best, usually. I think rarely when I get like 8 to 10. It's so good. It's so good. And I can also what's called a cumulative sleep. So I can sleep like a whole day and then be good for like 4 or 5. It's kind of really weird, but it works for me. I just don't recommend it for anyone else. It sounds really unhealthy, but I can tell you right now, it really does put a lot of things in perspective. And then the other problem is like not sleeping for 3 days is a little rough to go at, and I've done that maybe twice. Once it was 4 days. I have to sleep. God, I have to sleep like friggin', I don't know, like 4 days almost just to catch up on 4 now. Which I used to do on friggin' like with 5-minute naps when I was 18. I used to nap all the time. People used to say, oh, like Edison. I was like, no, Edison was just an old dude. Like, he was just an old ass guy. That whole story is like apocryphal. It came from when he was like stealing patents mostly. Like, when he was in his prime, the guy friggin' passed out. He didn't friggin' catnap. Look at him. Every example of a photo of him doing it is when he's friggin' 80. Sorry. So if it's true, then there's no proof. Whatever. Oh, cheers. Yeah. Hey. No, hey. Yeah. Thank you. I crave 5% Sneaky Weasel beer, made in British Columbia. I can't drink light beer. I'm Canadian. Hey, dude. Okay. I can't drink light beer. I'm Canadian. You know, I'm from New York, right? So like, Mo of my family, and I also have a French last name. So, which I will not say out loud anytime publicly to anyone. You guys will go find it. It's not the friggin' point. The point is I don't need to say it. Someone's gonna go and friggin' do it. Okay? I'm not telling people in the stream right now to go do it. I'm saying just someone out there. Oh, they're gonna dig up every horrible thing about me that they think is horrible, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, those are all things you want me to explain. I'll do it on my channel. Don't unsubscribe till you hear the friggin' stories. That's all I'm saying. The stories are insane, and then Pops' stories are the main focus on the channel right now. True Acolyte, it's not just me. Like, so the name of my channel comes from one of my early comments. So I used to go by the XO, which is still my art name. I do art. It's my hexagon art. By the way, this is why I love that camelus comb. It's the essential same size as my art hex. I make these out of glue. Yeah, that's called Pink and Purple Dragon. I was doing something, I was doing flowers or something, and you get a lot of like messed up ones when you do this stuff, because you're basically scribbling or like alcoholing ink into it and then pouring glue into it. When I stop making them, I'll tutorial people here. I can tell you, if you want to get that effect, it's pretty easy to do. They actually make puff stickers in that exact size. I know because I looked, and I don't cheat usually at things. But if I did have to cheat and use puff stickers, I'd want to get crystal clear ones. Carby Keitel, don't drive to get more. You make sure you send that trunk monkey. Okay? That trunk monkey, he ain't had a beer in 24 years. Ooh, actually, have you fed the trunk monkey? You know what? Never mind, Carby. Just relax. You sure you ain't got like shots in the cabinet or something? Cheers. No, not Chim Chim. What's his name? Ricky. He's living in the back there. He drives your stuff when you need to like go home. Oh, I know who Chim Chim is, but you know Chim Chim died in 1970 something, man. I mean, If anything, you're getting like Chim Chim's like, great grandson or something now. How do I know Chim Chim died in 1970? Oh man, fiery car accident involving Racer X. Everybody knows that. I mean, sure, people were not convinced, but I am also saying that the statute of existence would really just. Chim Chim would have lived a long life if they escaped the car at the end of it. I'm making all that up, Carvey. Like, the whole point of this is like, entertain people. Do not take anything I say seriously, just laugh, please. There's actually a little register down here where you can go, ha 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 ha. No, I don't want to report him for child abuse. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so you can do that. You go, love. All you need is love. And then you can be like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. And then you can be like, 100, which, I mean, I never understood what that means. There's numbers other than 100. There's numbers higher than 100. So, like, 100% is a dumb place to put. Maybe it should be 1,000%. And then, then maybe people can be like, always give 110%, and then just giving like 12%. By the way, one of my favorite things I've ever seen is Lou Ferrigno left a tip, and someone snapped a pic, and it says, I always give 112%, and the bill plus like 12% is the tip. Dude, this is Lou Ferrigno, and I was like, yeah, fucking gangsta. Dude, the friggin' the Incredible Hulk is not the right word. That guy... someone who grew up with no one friggin' wanting to talk to him because he's deaf. Man, and he's so grateful. That's what I'm talking about. Like, when who said I was humble, right? I mean, like, yo, it's cool, dude. Like, you can be humble, bro. It's super easy, right? Just remember that you can't do everything. And then when someone says, hey, can you do this? You don't go like, yeah, I could do that with blind confidence. You say, nah, man, I can't do that. I ain't never done that. Why would you think I would do that? Why do you think I could help you cultivate pine trees? What part? Camelus comb. It's my new Camelus. After the swedge, and after the G hammer. Now the comb. I have to say, the comb hits me pretty hard, but that's one of the best tools I've ever had. Who, me? I'm certainly a spendthrift. So like someone said, oh, you're a very conservative spender. I was like, no, I'm frugal. What? I was like, no, I'm frugal. I spend way too friggin' much, but I think about it before I do it. Right? Sure. Like, yes, I sharpen knives with this kit from a thrift store that's $15. Sorry. The black knife? David Flurry, just go, sorry, jeez. Okay. Camelus is the company that I've been really, because they're making the cheap, same product line, same price point on almost every product they're doing. It's what I call unified pricing, and I really do like it because it really helps you buy into their friggin' brand, okay? Now, by the way, that's something I'm planning on what I'm doing. So Camelus. Camelus. And then this is called G-Hammer. That's a DDR design. That's friggin' Daryl Ralph. Daryl Ralph design. Sorry, DRD. Sorry, DRD. Daryl Ralph design. And yeah, that's what's called it's a detent. No, it's a detent stop. No, G hammer. G. Like, I have the box around here. That's the worst. I was looking for the box. But the G hammer it does not have a spring. It has a ball bearing. It's got a ball bearing set. Okay, and then it's got a detent drop. So when you do this, it just pops open. So as soon as you put a little bit of pressure back there, It just pops effortlessly. That's the thing I think is the selling point. People have said, "Oh, that's a weird blade." All right, fair, fair. But like, you don't know the applications on that. Have you tried it? Yeah, it's the G Hammer. And by the way, that grip is probably one of my favorite grips. So like, I don't know if people ever look at what I'm doing on some of my videos. I put weird descriptions in. Just like we will use these knives to destroy and skin the dragon and then feast upon him for several fortnights. That kind of thing. And the reason I do that is actually there's a really good algorithmic reason for that is because nerds like search stuff like, come forth and destroy the dragon and skin them, the G Hammer is it's titanium bonded 440 stainless. No, 47 stainless. That's it. 47 stainless. It's the same steel that this, the CR747 shit. It's literally coming everywhere out of China right now. Go look at this high quality steel that's coming out of China right now. It's all titanium bonded. It's all just like this one friggin' knife I got. Where is it? Yeah, because I got fun stuff, dude. I got the survival knife. Oh, and that, dude, the Camelot Swedge comes with its own. What's for sale at Walmart? What metal? Yeah, okay, yes. You can get it through Walmart. You can also get it through Amazon. The Camelot G Hammer. Yeah, 100%. Yes. For sale at Walmart. It's also for sale at Amazon. And you can also go to camelot.com and then they'll direct you to a retailer. Cheers! Like a local retailer of some kind. Yeah, it's a good knife. It's only $20. $20. Dude, don't pay more than 20 for it. Like, I bought it that night for $20 because I was like coming home to stream and I wanted to open something, and I always open a knife on stream, y'all. It's one of my guarantees. I either open a tool or a knife. $20 US dollars. Yep. I'm sorry if you couldn't tell from, if you could not tell from my accent that I only spend the US dollars. Yes. Like today's pickup for the stream earlier, Ozark Trail. I buy multi-tools, okay? Just to premise this real quick. I buy multi-tools. Speaking of multi-tools, that's a video coming up. This is a bit of a disappointment, that's fine, but this giant knife is a video coming up. I'm buying 2 more of them tomorrow. And it's broken. I broke it, I will admit that. But multi-tools, navy beans. Yeah, it's mostly this stuff I'm working with right now, okay? I carry on my pocket, on my regular. See, there's just too much stuff now. It's okay, I'm gonna get there. Carry my regular, a suspension NXT, okay? Earlier I was talking about the Roxxon multi-tools. Trust me, I don't want to get into it right now, but there will be a video coming. This has its cheap Chinese crap built to a certain standard. I'm happy with it. I like it. I carry it all the time. That stool. Yeah, dude. Here's the other thing. Go look up regionally. Okay, you have to look it up in your region, but just look up like a price tracker for tools, and they'll show you like this entire thing of $200 tools from Milwaukee that I bought. $200 for 5 items. It's that normal price. It's their normal price. It's their normal price. On sale, but by the way, I did sell them out that night. So by showing this, I think I had 1,500 people in the stream. Yeah, I sold their tools for them. Hey, Home Depot, you're welcome. But no, honestly, those tools need to get flushed out of the system. They need to stop doing the old M12 stuff, because that's going to be a part of the overall review for this. But look, I have multi-tools. Look, that's a guitar multi-tool. That's a wine multi-tool. That's a plumber's multi-tool with a PEX cutter. PEX and PVC cutter on it. It's a very sad multi-tool, y'all. That is the fill hammer. I am trying to reassemble that. I just got to take it down to the store and get a little bolt for it. But the fill hammer is coming. That doesn't belong in there. Most things. That's my first knife, $12.99. Stanley, $12.99. Carried that in my toolbox for a long time. Come on now. It does not retract. It just gets screwed into it. Yes, I'm old. It's okay. That's a pipe multi-tool. That's a pipe multi-tool right there, Bart. Here's a regular ass Hart multi-tool. It's a terrible multi-tool, y'all. It hurt my hands every day I used it. Every day I used it. Do I think the Roxxon would? No, I don't think it would, actually, by the way. That's interesting to think about that. I do have my... So, someone asked me something earlier about a certain keychain, and this always fluctuates on and off of my keys. But my Gerber dime is probably one of my favorite tiny little keychain dingies, doohickeys. Yeah. I know you're still here. Okay. Cheers. Look at that, straight in front of me. Hey, almost every knife on this table is probably made by the company that made this or the company that made the DeWalt stuff. They're making a lot of different knives. That's one of theirs, 100%. I'm not joking. That's one of theirs. See, I'm telling you right now, Klein, their flick blade is not out of this spot. And if it is, it's because they bought the exclusive rights to that. By the way, that knife has probably one of the most effective wire cutting tools on a knife I've ever seen. If I had wire right now, I did. But if I had some, I'd show you. It's really not that hard. You just kind of shove it in there, put your thumbnail on it, and then twist it, and then flip it over, put it back in, and then go twist and pull. It's super easy. I was doing wiring the other day. Just that alone, that means you're out fast backing Milwaukee. Milwaukee's doesn't do that. Okay, here's Milwaukee. Where's Milwaukee's? Where's that Milwaukee? How fast is that a fast back? That's not a fast back. That's a fast open and a very slow close. Fast out, fast in, fast out, fast in. Click, 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 click. Come on. Have more fun with that. It's just like this stupid $9, $10 knife, right? Although these are going on friggin' clearance. They're coming up with something different soon. Dude, I'm telling you, next year there's going to be a dope wave of friggin' Ozark trails. I think I've already seen a couple of the concepts on some of their stuff. Yeah, I know a bunch of stuff. Shut up. And I know a bunch of people, so don't ask me stuff. The best clip on knives right now, or anything that's aping that friggin' system that whatchamacallit put out, where you lock it, whether it's this little full tab, thumb tab, whatever, that's one of your best friggin' belt clips right there. Just because, pull the knife, hook it into your loop. Yeah, I farted. And you're good. So I'm just saying, like, it's the golden age of cheap knives is coming. It's already kind of here, but it's really coming. As much as people are talking about tariffs and stuff, this is going to keep a lot of things alive right now because people need some sort of protection. Am I wrong? Whoever side you're on, I don't know. Cheers. All I know is I'm going to defend my homestead. My .95 from an acre. The most ancestral piece of home I've had since the 1600s. By the way, my entire family predates this fucking country. My mom's side are Mayflower immigrants, and my dad's side, we came over 1690s. We owned most of New Amsterdam. Uh, by the way, we were also a lot of Micmac Indian. The Micmac were a giant tribe that worked with the Mohawk to put basically trade into the situation. And the Micmac were the few people who had some Anglicanized looking fellas who were easier to deal with, and they were all very tall. They were all very dark, and then when they would like come inside, they'd take their coat off, their giant friggin' tatiata coats. By the way, my cousin says, and my uncle says basically that's where we come from is tatiata, that were originally like fat, like whale, fish eating, all that, right? And I said, hey, I don't care. I can't eat fish. I can't metabolize it. But thank God I can metabolize alcohol. Because god dang it, it's one thing that the Micmacs definitely did is they could drink pretty well. So, and I think a lot of it is because there's a certain part of the tribe that understands, and you can go look it up. There's a certain part of the tribe that understands that there was a very large influx of large, sturdy Nordic fellas that the ladies of the tribe were certainly very interested in. So I have like when we did my DNA, it was like there was some like Nova Scotian and like Dutch, and it was big Dutch. It was a big English, Scottish kind of thing, and then sitting right down there, right at the bottom, 28% Native American, and then it goes dot 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 or dash 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 Micmac / Mohawk / Apaches. And I'm just like, nah, it makes perfect fucking sense. It's cool. And then I got a buddy who's like, man, I'm Apache, blah blah blah. When he did his DNA, no fucking traces. By the way, it's crazy, man. I've never even claimed it. That's the thing. I don't claim that shit. I don't claim stuff from my genetic history because I feel like that's just like somewhere deep inside the memory of my muscle, right? Like the reason why I can take something apart and put it back together so easily is because I come from a long lineage of people who literally all do the same thing. My dad, my cousin Marty was a friggin' diesel mechanic. He could work on the smallest diesels, like model diesels, all the way up to the ones he can stand inside of that they put into friggin' submarines in the 50s. So I gotta tell you, like, and ships, and they still go in ships nowadays sometimes, the diesels. So I'm just saying, like, my cousin Jimmy, I can tell you what, man, some of us were better at numbers than others, and he was a little bit better at numbers. I'm just happen to actually be really good all around. Like, I can see the numbers, so when someone shows me the numbers, I'm like, that looks about right. Let's have someone cross-check that. Because, like, I will literally scan a page of numbers or math equations, and I'll be like, that's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong. And they're like, what? I was like, give me a pen. And they're like, how do you know that? I was like, I don't know. I just, like, I can see how it works, and I can see how you're not working it. And like, how did you do that? And I was like, eventually, it got to a place in my life where I had to learn to count, right? So when you learn to count, okay, you can learn to count by 3s, 6s, 9s. You can learn to count by 5s, 10s, 15s. Most of us get taught 10s, 15s, 20s, 100, 200. So when you learn to count, sometimes you can trick your brain into understanding bigger numbers by starting at 0.001 and then moving up. And I know that sounds crazy, okay, because it is. But the more you think from 001 to 1.00, okay, then you'll start seeing the bigger numbers. I know that sounds really hard, but it's about perspective. If you can see the small and finite numbers, then you can look up and see the bigger numbers in the sky and in the trees and in the world. And the problem is, I was always trying to count the leaves on the trees when I really just was actually trying to calculate the algorithm to tell you that there's 76,448,282 leaves on average in every tree in that grove right now, and they're losing one right every day, kind of a deal. And well, how do you come up with that number? Well, there's a lot of variables. So you'd have to actually say, what's the rate of decay of the tree during the season? So if they're oak or they're maple, they're going to have different rates. So you have to know what those rates are. And then you have to understand that seasons change. So if you can guess at the rough number of leaves in a small area, I usually use my palm, put it up to my head, and then I look down and I go, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. And then I just count up what I can see. And then I add 10%, just like construction. Okay? Because 10% is a universal mathematical form. It's not there in construction because construction guys want to charge you extra. It's there because there is an acceptable amount of waste to every situation. There's an acceptable amount of drop to every number solution. Okay? So the numbers have to go somewhere. So where does it go to that 10? Usually, actually, in my equations, usually it's 3%. My loss cuts are usually 3%. So, but yeah, when you talk about Pops is the one who does a lot of the work around here sometimes with the numbers. But as soon as he shows me something, I can tell him exactly what's wrong with it. Cheers. I believe the word is idiot savant, not idiot, but I've been called an idiot before multiple times, especially on this channel. Well, one of my favorite videos is do you know when you hit the head of a hammer, or when you hit the head of a nail, you hit it with the face of the hammer? And then I try to hit, I'm like, with this hammer, you can hit it with the head. Hit the head of the nail with the head of the hammer. And this guy must have stopped, commented, this man is the definition of an idiot. And then went on with his life, swiped up. Because I literally say, that's the face, that's the neck, that's the thing, that's the claw, and it kind of looks like an L with a nail in it. Like and subscribe, right? It was a clever little dumb thing, okay? It's literally the only freaking comment I got it, but I had to put the love on it because I'm telling you right now. Sorry. I'm telling you right now that people out there, if they're criticizing you, they're not doing better than you. 100%, all the time. So if someone's talking shit to you, your boss, your manager, the teenager who runs your entire life at the Pizza Hut where you make dough, that's not a specific thing. That's light referencing to other things. Anyway, they're more miserable because they're failing harder than you. The older you get, the more you fail, the better you get at not failing, by the way. And that's the whole point of learning, right? That if you learn from your mistakes, then you will never repeat them. What's the phrase? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Fool me, can't get fooled again. Right? That's the original saying. No one's gonna change that now. Okay? No, it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. By the way, I know that a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes yet better than a master of one. I happen to be a master of several things. It's not something I like to brag about, so relax. Everyone relax. I've only been uptight my entire life, and you're getting a little piece of it right here on stream. But I have to close up every knife in here because in the morning I will have to put these away, and I will be sober. And when I'm sober, I have zero knife discipline. I have to be very careful with these things when I'm sober. But right now, drinking beers, I'll toss them around, I'll friggin' play with them. sit there, friggin' hold it by the blade. Yeah, dude, yeah. When we were kids, no, when we were kids, we used to like drink beers out of like 40s, right? We used to sit there and we used to do friggin' bally songs, right? But back then, you just got illegal bally songs. You didn't get practice ones like kids nowadays do, like my son does. David, chill. I literally said I have the dopest frickin'. You worried about Lefty? Lefty does a lot of the same stuff. I'm ambidextrous, dude. It's just like. Oh man, that left arm freaking killing me right now, though. I gotta tell you. I've only been carrying these things in my hands for every day of my entire life. So, like and subscribe. It's just like there's a couple videos where I'm like, hey, check out this knife. This is Sam's knife, and I'm like and subscribe or else I got a knife. It's just like. And I'm sober during those, and that's one of the more dangerous things I do sometimes, is just point it at myself. But I'm willing to cut myself for it. So my track record is really good. The last time I had a cut was it was a bit of a jump or right there. Boom. That was a cut on a blade, and that was when I did the first impressions on this Gerber knife. This knife. I bumped it just accidentally, like right there, and it really. By the way, it hurt. It really hurt. No, you see how careful I am next to this thing. Okay, I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to recreate the circumstances. This is my point. When I'm drinking, dude, all we used to do is flip knives and play with knives and stupid shit. So like, don't try this at home, I agree, but at the same time, I want everyone to remember I'm in the entertainment section. Okay, so if I have to pick up a knife and I have to go, and people are worried that I've been drinking friggin' 8, 9, 10 beers on the friggin' stream, just know I haven't had a half a bottle of vodka yet. That'll really set me into the friggin' stratosphere. I think the worst part is I actually carry a friggin' knife every day. I carry 3 to 7 of them on my person every day. Yes, I'm a little paranoid, but it's more about utility, okay? So I'd carry, let's say that. If I'm doing woodworking, I carry that. If I'm doing some drywall, I'll carry the cameless swedge. If I want to feel secure in the fact that I have a knife that's just gnarly in my pocket, I'll carry that. That's number 3. Right? I almost always have one of those on my tool belt. That's number 4. And I almost always have this off my tool belt now too. That's number 5. Oh, I mean, dude, that gnarly ass friggin' cut right there, I can show you exactly what did that. It was this tack puller. Right? See what I'm talking about? It's never the knives. It's always the other innocuous shit that you're carrying around. Trust me when I tell you. Dude, that's another video. I did a video of Pop's knife update. And people were like, Pops is going to cut himself. I was like, Pops is freaking 78 years old, y'all. Okay? I've never seen him cut himself. And I will knock on a real piece of wood, okay? I've never seen him cut himself the way that people say that he will. One, if he does, it's a very small nick. And then the other thing is that this guy's friggin' 87 years old or 78 years old. Sorry, he gets a bigger cut from doing that, and then he has a giant friggin' blood blister or a cut or something because he's an old ass man. And why do I carry him around? Because most times I got a client who's sitting there trying to frickin' stare at me to fix the problem in their life. And then Pops is like, hey, can I tell you a story? By the way, those Pop story times is coming. You guys are going to love Pop story time. Everyone's going to love it, dude. It's going to explode when I do it. It's not funny. Uh, no, it is very funny. Actually, it's hilarious. Like his stories are absolutely friggin' hilarious, dude. His stories are so good. I got this. Cheers. I got this. Hey. Usually it's not cold. I should close the door more often. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels to start up or whatever. And I got a bunch of stuff to paint. I got one beer left. So if anyone's got questions, I literally went and got a cert for electrical and then dropped out 2 years later. I got a plumbing cert and then I dropped out a year and a half later. I give up on a lot of things in my life, mostly because no one gives a crap that I'm better. And every time I'm better, then I get shoved down to the bottom for shining people that are freaking idiots. Don't care for the cut telling you it's already healing. Oh no, dude, by the way, that's it was really bad at one point. It was starting to turn purple, and I just put some Neosporin on it. And yeah, now it's doing fine. But it was purple for a day. Like you might even catch it in one of the videos. Like, it was really nasty. Hold on. Yeah, it was really bad looking. I tried not to show it in a friggin' video, just because I don't want anyone to puke while they're watching YouTube. Yeah, too many smoke out. Smoker. Smoking it. That's complete. Nice. Well, mostly complete. We roll the edges at some point. It's not a big deal. But you know, my dad, Pops. So we've always tried to call him Pops. He loves to be called Pops. When my kid was born, he didn't call him Pops. He couldn't say Pops. He said Pop, 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 Pop. So it became Pop for a while. But no, Pops is back because it's Pops. Like Top of the Pops, the guy's awesome. Subscribe and hit the like button. You really trying to get into the Blue Man group right now, huh? You want a wrench, buddy? You want a wrench, buddy? Just stick around, dude. You're good. Thanks for saying that, though. I don't need to say it. Like honestly, at 10 likes on this unit, that's actually a little bit better than normal. Usually I get 3 to 5. So. No, David. I mean, like, trust me. Hang out, dude. I'm just playing, dude. It's all jokes, okay? Like, nothing I say is particularly serious. Although when people show up and they're like, "Why am I blue?" I'll be like, "Probably because you come like every time." Like Red Hooded Stepfather. I just wish that dumb face was facing me right now with his blue wrench that he doesn't know he has yet. But no, okay. The philosophy of the channel is, okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, it says 11 now. Sweet. What I'm saying is like the philosophy of the channel. No, it says 10 now. What the frick? It says 9 over there. Whatever. You know, YouTube is so screwed up, y'all. Anyway, the philosophy of the channel is if I can find something that costs you $20 or less that could change your life, like make your life easier, that's kind of one of my goals. Right? Like this was $15 and it is a Clip Tech. I don't have my belt out here, but it literally just clips on and off. You load the belt with nothing on it and then you clip the stuff you need for the day out of your dump box. You know, one of my first purchases to try and improve my life was this dump bag, this utility bag, and this has served me very well. But eventually, I'm gonna get a dump bag that does the tough built clip boy junk on it, because I used to hang that off of my belt every once in a while. But it's still a very great bag. And I would say if you don't like a belt, you just want to carry one around, this is probably one of the better ones. It's like 28 bucks for this at Home Depot. Uh, there's not a lot of options out there that are this big. Like this size, this large cavity will fit like a full DeWalt battery, a 20 volt, pretty much. It's not an electrician bag, it's a utility bag. There's a video on the channel for it. I just wish I could link it right now. I had to pull down. Usually I have mods who have watched a lot of this stuff, but most of them are kind of sleeping. It's like Sunday. It's a weird day. It's Sunday, Monday. So cheers. But I'm telling you, the size of the bottom of this pocket just is what sold me on it. Because when I go look at stuff, I measure what my tools usually have the base of. And then I try to figure out if that cavity will work. And if it will work with tools, it won't work with tools. Because I want this to be the best thing in my life, right? I'm not saying for yours, but I will say that if you want something that's a grab bag, it comes with a belt. So if you're interested in a belt, you could start here. Oh crap, I got a fart. There it goes. Okay. Sorry. Nature is just what happens. Don't act like you don't do it, folks. There's a lot of stuff on here. I almost never use this anymore. So I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stuff that Husky makes. There's a lot of cheap stuff, I think, out of Harbor Freight. Like, if you carry a drill all the time, this is my recommendation for a drill. Leroy! What's up, my buddy? Good to see you again, man. How you been, dude? Just one big pack. Yeah, just one big carabiner in a pouch. I dig it, dude. That's simple. I like it. This is my pick for probably the best on the market right now. I haven't tried the Tough Belt. I really do want to try it, but it's hard to find those things. They're either sending stuff to stores or they're sending stuff to Amazon customers. Pull my finger. Pull my finger. Thank you very much. Yes, let me, okay, there's another thing, David. Like, I've only cut myself when I've been drunk. And I've learned those lessons whilst I was drunk, so I would explain it like if you've ever seen The Drunken Master, right? It's like the only way I can actually fight very well over these years is if I just am trashed during it. So, full perspective, okay? But you got a drill. You're running your drill in there, okay? Or your driver. Hold on, I got a drill right here. Okay, let's say that's your drill. You're running that bad boy. Okay, let's say you're running a smaller drill. Hold on, you got one of these. What are these? Milwaukee M12 boys. Look at that. Look how well that just seats into that. Okay. Then it's got this thing. They say it's a nail bag, but I'm going to tell you right now, as a DIY guy, originally, like, that's how I started out, right? I mean, I fixed my own problems. That is 100% a beer carrier. That ain't for screws, y'all. That ain't for frickin' screws, y'all. Bauer is selling this wrong. Bauer's selling it wrong. Put a Monster in there, put a Coca-Cola, put a Pepsi, whatever your poison of choice is. I choose the fine Pilsner of Miller Lite and or High Life. With the occasional Shiner Bock. I think I have one more of those. It's probably my last beer for the stream. I've been saving it. So I do love a nice Shiner Bock. So, but yeah, Bauer, that's $9.98 for that. Now, there's a DeWalt version. Don't buy it. It's crap. It literally doesn't fit half the DeWalt product line anymore. So, take from that what you will. That's a $9 item. $9.99, $9.98, whatever. Okay, there is a... I try to not... There's a review coming soon of a hyper tough item that I am literally telling people, call this out. It's crap. Don't friggin' buy this. No one buys this. But it's coming within a day or so. I can tell you one of my favorite knives is the Outdoor Gear Razor SX3. I highly recommend this knife. Why? Because it's a tooled knife. Hey, I don't want a serrated blade. I don't like serrated blades. They're hard to sharp. Hey, I don't know what your problem is, man. The only thing I do is a utility knife. The only thing I can use in my city is utility knife. Utility knife. By the way, all three blades qualify as utility because they're tooled. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a gardener in, let's say, New York City, and you need to carry around a specific type blade with a specific set of things for your gardening business, then you can get a cheap and easy permit for it, by the way. Unless you can just buy it. There is a version that comes. I think it's the Razor. I can't remember the numbers, but it's Razor. It's the RX or the no, it's the UX3 or something like that because it stands for utility. So essentially, you can buy it off of Amazon, and you don't have to buy a permit for it if you're in like a big city. If it's got these blades, and those are what you're ordering. So there's a lot of legal issues sometimes, but it's a slick knife. I use that blade right there for drywalling. I go out, I prune the bushes every once in a while. I'm telling you, I use this blade for pruning and for cutting. That's a $20 knife. It comes with these three blades, and if you want replacements, they cost $5. No, hold on. No, you get 5 of them for $11 on Amazon. You have to go on Amazon. Don't buy your refills off of. And then Amazon has a couple of other options that I'm not going to mention because they're not Razor outdoor gear. But I'm going to tell you, there's options out there for what these guys are selling with that little detent. I guess a little nipple hole there. But it's a real slick knife. And then, like, it suits me perfectly because one day I'd love to just carry. Hey, I know I might need that. Carry that. And then when I know I don't need it, I could just probably carry a straight blade, right? Boom. I'm telling you, it's that little detent button. It's a great product. Another great recommendation I have, because I have to wind this down now. I've been on way too long. Okay, is the Skill electric screwdriver, and it has sensing technology. So if you're working on a plug or a receptacle, it will tell you if the receptacle is live. That's what I'm seeing y'all stuff on. That's $25 or $30 on Amazon, somewhere in there. Skill. I've only used this forever because Skill bought out Hammerhead. There's one of our first ones. There's one of our second ones. And I do have a clean version around here. Unfortunately, I'm telling you, I don't endorse tools unless I can show you the dirtiest version of it that I've used for way too long. This is the same thing. Skill bought Hammerhead. Look at my work on these. Look at this tool. Go check it out. It's 2:30 in the morning. I got to finish this beer. So anyone got questions? Leroy, you got a question, man? I know you got an inquisitive mind, my friend. Cheers. Look, the worst part is I'm so behind right now. Like, I'm glad that I put out like 300 videos when I had the chance before I got so bogged down in work. Yeah, there's about 320 of them now. I keep putting more up. But yeah, David Flurry, I'm telling you, an electrician bag does not hold the candle to that. Electrician bags are a little smaller than those. And they're typically more expensive too, so. I have a lot of tool endorsements. I got a bunch of things. First things you pull out and last thing you put away. What? First thing I pulled out today, the camelless comb. That's a $20. It's a $20 knife. You know, I love Camulus. There you go. I love Camulus. They have my pocket in the G hammer, and they have my work belt in the swedge. The swedge. First two things you pull out. These aren't the first two things. This is the first thing. I'll give everyone a little small sneak preview. Okay? I am going to do a review. It's coming out tomorrow. It is on a folding pole saw. It's on sale. So if you're expeditious, you'll figure it out before I put the video out tomorrow about, I don't know, 3 in the afternoon. But I'm telling you right now, go look at your secret Walmart. Sign up on Walmart. Get secret clearance. Get secret clearances. Stop playing around. Use their dumb services to your advantage. Stop being paranoid and put Rusty Shackelford or Ward Rackley in there. By the way, both of those are King of the Hill references. If y'all didn't get it, you. Cheers. Go watch him. King of the Hill. Bobby. Dang it, Bobby. So the second thing I pulled out was I can give you guys a little reveal. This is probably coming out tomorrow too. I'm gonna be straight up. This is the worst knife I've ever put in my hands. It's made by Hyper Tough. It's really easy to hate them. So I don't know what the second thing was. It's been hours since I did that. And then I got, someone almost told me, they were like, hey, blah, 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 doohickey. And so, yeah, I've got that going on. There is a bunch of stuff. I'm doing this video about survival knives and how they're supposed to work. And the only way I can make the small examples that I'd like to make with what I have is to buy 2 more of these and basically take one apart, make a spear out of this one, because this one's going to spear. You know, like, end of a spear. That's what these survival knives are for, right? Okay, they become different things. You're supposed to be able to, like, pull them and do certain things and then put them all back together. Like the perfect MacGyver tool. Cheers! Yeah, that's the end of my beer journey, I think. Hold on. I am gonna check, man. Look, 2:30 in the morning. I was gonna do an hour at 10 o'clock. That got ruined horribly, so y'all get to see me now. And what's the last 2 you put away? I haven't put anything away, dude. I don't know if you noticed that. I haven't put anything away, Leroy. It's all just right here. It's all on the table. I'm gonna deal with it tomorrow. I gotta paint a bunch of stuff. That's right. There's painting happening over there. Yeah. Like and subscribe to the channel. I mean, I've got at least 3 videos that I have in the bank. A couple more that I'm working on. The hard part is getting certain words on one video that I'm trying to get kind of perfect. You know, and here, obviously, this is the point, is like I work a long time to do the motivationals, because when the people who need it the most see it, they friggin' see how hard I worked it. Okay? I know that sounds crazy, but like, okay, the best advice I give to anyone starting YouTube is that effort gets noticed. When you put effort in, people put effort back. You have to be excited about whatever you're talking about, or insanely upset about it, or just insane. By the way, people think I qualify for all 3, but I'm actually a very level-headed guy most of the day. Like, I think the problem is I stuff it all down, and then I get home and I'm like, why? You know, why would you do that? Who made that? That's for beer, yo. You know, like that's the whole point. Is like I shove a lot of it down, and it just gets kind of correlated and collated into like a little script that kind of gets banged out in my head as I go home, like buying the item or whatever. Okay, and sometimes I buy things, and it's so hard to make the friggin' 15-second reviews on, you know, because you're not, dude. You bought it because you thought it was dope because it was so good. Very utilitarian, amazing item, right? By the way, I have the example right here. This just came out. It was a 15-second review. I still am not very happy with that review. But that's the Titan Tools one. And that's a 180-degree swivel top with the tiniest little... Look, this thing is smaller than my thumb. And I have big thumbs, so I guess if you're not into big thumbs, I'm sorry. But yeah, you get your little twist action there. Look at that. And then, hey, you gotta hook something at a slight angle. And then it works at the angle very well with the swivel points. I don't know how to explain it. They're less than $20 for the little boys. They're a little bit more for the bigger boys. I think they're 25 and 30 something for the big boy. They also come in short versions and longer versions. I almost bought one that was like this big, and you know why I didn't? Yeah, it's a great tool. I've used it a couple times now. It was so hard to get the form on that video. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Is that like sometimes like this is a life-changing tool. I'll never stop talking about it. I'm always gonna pull it out during stream or something. The Titan Tools 180-degree swivel top. It's an amazing tool. So what I'm trying to get across is like for $18, that could have changed your moment. You could have gotten the job done in 15 minutes instead of 35 or 40. That's my goal. Like, I remember multiple times in my life where I was just struggling. And you know, I have that $500 truck. The joke behind that is $500 truck. Every time it screws up, I spend another $500. Now that's the first transmission, the second transmission, the engine when that died, the next transmission, which was a bum transmission, $500 wasted, and then my current one, which was a refurb. So $500 purchases plus the fact that I spent $500 for it in the beginning is why it's called the $500 truck. But you know, I know it's a nifty ratchet. There's Titan Tools, and it's called the Micro Ratchet, or the Micro. Mine is the Micro Ratchet XL. I'm telling you, one day I'll just have links for things on Amazon. In a color that I've talked to Titan about, and then we have an exclusive link, and you guys get a bit of a discount for buying my colors. Because you know what my color for a wrench would be? White. 100%. Skill. Dude, get a white wrench, bro. Why? I don't know. Maybe keep the bitch clean this time. I know, dude. Okay, so I have this thing, right? Like, my dad used to, like, Pops used to be like, get on me sometimes because I'd, like, leave a little grease on the tools. So, at one point in my life, I just, like, constantly wipe the friggin' things while he'd come out, and he's like, how you doing? Smoking a cigar, puffing around me. And he's like, how you doing there? And I say, you doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And then I'd pull up, and I'd be, like, wrenching the wrench in my hand. He's like, what are you doing? I'm just cleaning your shit tools. Thanks. Like, what do you mean they're shit? I was like, yeah, well, they're task force, and they're Pittsburgh, right? These are your shit tools. I'm not using your nice ones unless I need to. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, then he's like, oh, kind of like a gem of look in his eyes, and he's like, all right, cool, whatever, fuck off. And then he walks away. The Camillus comb, I'm telling you, that gives me the feels, man. That's my art size of friggin'... Oh, I'm telling you, dude, I need to custom paint one of these, get to Savvy with that stupid painting over there. Yeah, I literally just raked that like directly past where it would kill me on stream and I would drain out. Of course. Yeah. By the way, David, I know I do. I know what will happen if it happens. It's fine. I also have a GSW. I have a deep knife wound kit. I've got a bunch of cauterizers and some other things around here. So, by the way, the reason I have that is because I've accidentally put my friggin' leg into a like a bad situation once, and I had a giant gash, and those I had those GSW kits, and Pops was like, because Pops was in Vietnam, so he kind of had like some basic medic training. So he wraps me up, he's wrapping me, and he's like getting quick, and I literally am just like, freaking out. Ah, why, dude? The whole thing's gonna have to get freaking cut off, right? Everything's ripped off, and like Pops is like freaking out. He's yelling at me. He's like, chill, and I was like, what? He's like, it's like, Matthew. That's my first name. And he goes, and I go, what? He goes, Edward. I was like, yeah, that's me. What? He's like, shut the fuck up. And then I just pass out right off the chair. So he gave me permission to just like pass out. Boom. It's done. I do have one more beer, by the way. Yeah. Actually, I had 2 Shiner box, but I'm gonna leave that for Pops. Pops like the Shiner box. He's not a big beer drinker anymore. Oh, there's 3 of them. If there's 3 of them, that means I have 2 of them and he has 1 left. It's a 6-pack. Trust me when I tell you, I know Pops pretty dang well. Don't freaking take his beers. Yeah, I'll have the Shiner box next spring stream. After this one. You're back. What about your back? David Fleury's back. He's got a back. Most of us do. It's just how well we all create the beast with 2 of them. By the way, just go look up Benny Hill. It's hilarious. It's misogynistic, fucked up. Everyone wants to call it something. It's hilarious. Cool. Yeah, he's a dirty old fart. Go for it, y'all. Check out Steptoe and Son, too. That's really going to rock y'all's friggin' world to know that friggin' Sanford and Son is not an original idea. Yeah, I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. Why, Elizabeth? Not an original idea. The original stuff is the stuff with quotes on it, by the way. The rest of it came, like, plot-wise from a television show in England called Steptoe and Son. And also one of my favorite movies is Beatles' Hard Day's Night. And the guy who plays Steptoe in that series, who's the dirty old man, right, is in friggin' Beatles' Hard Day's Night. And every time they see him, they look at him and they're like, he's actually quite clean, or quite clean, right? He's actually quite clean, because like there's a running joke that he's a dirty old man. No, he's actually quite clean in the Beatles movie. It's like, that's the thing, the celebrities all the time, the Beatles knew these guys, they knew the guy, they met him, so cheers, Shiner Bob. Oh. Da nun der Spätzle. Oh, yes. We lieben uns Spätzle. Although, don't be surprised when you get me out here, I'm drinking Genesee. They started putting Wegmans in town. They carry my old New York beers. I miss my old New York beers. Genesee was my favorite. I miss the red Genesee. They downsized or something. They don't do the red Genesee no more, but Genesee green, man, that's good. Good friggin' ale. It's ale. It's not beer. It's ale. Yes. So, who's with me? 8 people, 11 likes. That's dope, man. Hey, thanks for the likes, y'all. Jeez, man, where were y'all the other day when I was getting no like? By the way, I do eventually see the dislikes. There's at least 2 or 3 haters in my life right now. It's fine. Like 100% fine. I'm cool with it. Yeah, I've only lived with my haters forever, so it's whatever, y'all. Yeah, look. I have a couple sayings sometimes. Like when people say things to me online, I say stuff like, "Hey, man, I get it. You got to coach an argument. You got some interesting ideas, but you ain't conveying them very well." So just consider the fact that this thing that you've been criticizing someone or me or whoever on is the compendium of the entirety of the knowledge of the past thousands or so years of our existence. See, I lost a bunch of people with that metaphysical shit. This device can show you my world. It can show you your world. It can show you worlds that you've never dreamed of. You can actually design worlds now, apparently, and make you just be happy to live in what that, I guess, fantasy is. So what I'm trying to get after is, like, it doesn't really matter anymore how well you are defined. No, either they're jealous, no haters, they're just jealous. No, I've always said that, dude, the people who are going to criticize you the most are doing the worst in their life. And I believe in people, so like when someone says that to me, and I said, do you know I literally put out videos where I said, hey, you can reach your goals. No one told you to live the way you're living, right? And you're coming at me with some vitriol on that video. By the way, shout out Bella May. Bella May is a wrench. She'll never show up. She's not even like a girl that I think would show up or whatever. But if she ever chatted, because she's not like a shop chick or nothing, but like she just said, hey, I'm not a shop chick or nothing, but I got to tell you, this thing that you said here in this video, I really needed it. And I said, yeah, I tried to put them out at 2 in the morning. And then slightly later, I was like, yeah, I just realized that tonight's motivational is about basically getting you a potty light. So, and then the title of that video is Rest Assured Potty Humor is Not Above Me. So, and then I think I repeated it with the Ziggy Stardust one ever so slightly. So, it was 2 different nights of footage too, by the way. So if you watch those and you're like, hey, you're reusing stuff, no, I genuinely almost make practically 90% of the videos like as they're happening, and if they're not happening right away, I actually store them, and then I remember them in my brain because I just pull them up, and then when I find something that is cogent or relevant, oh hey, that would be good for this video, or I finish the painting, which is the last one I did. Like I said, I paint. I painting. I also do like abstracts in weird mediums. That's Elmer's glue. Cheers. I was a graffiti artist for a couple of years. I was an electrician for a couple of years. I'm in my 40s now, so if that helps you. And then the entire time I was also a pizza delivery guy. So like in the mornings I'd wake up early because I sleep like 4 hours a day. So I like 6, go out, do stuff, come home, sleep for about 2 hours, then go work a late shift at pizza. And then when I lost the job, I'd do like day stuff. Hey, this is my last one tonight. And I've been here for way too long than I should have been. But I'm telling you right now that this stuff in my life that I'm working on so fervently to finish, it's because I need the money so I can buy tools, and then I can tell you guys 15-second reviews. Like, I know that sounds crazy, and Pops is really freaking not happy with me right now about every dime that you can see on this table right now, except for these. He kind of likes these. He's really shaping up to these, man. He was like, I use that whole impact on this. And I was like, I was like, so you like it? And he's like, yeah, I kind of like it. I was like, because Pops is like, whenever he discovered an impact driver, he stopped having any kind of trigger nuancing. So, as soon as he decided he could be like, brr, 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 oh, I'm done. Yeah, he does it on drywall and a bunch of other things. So you got to give him a drywall bit or a drop bit. I have a drop bit right here. One of these. Put that magnetic jammer on there, and then it only goes so far, and then yeah. That stuff. So I'm saying, like, okay, life is about having fun, y'all. I bought that for $7. I only had fun talking about how good this is on stream, and I carried it in my pocket. And I can tell you right now, because I scraped it up with my stupid keys. You don't put the keys in the same pocket as your anodized freaking metal handle, whatever. But I'm telling you, nothing I'll show you is nothing I've never put in my pocket, nothing I've ever actually taken with me. I think the worst part is like I talk about this bump cap. I love this bump cap, but it doesn't come in this hat. This is a $20 hat. It comes in this hat. And when I did I have a film out for this. When I did that, it was covered in dust. It was disgusting. Disgusting. So, like, the point I'm trying to make is, like, there's an integrity point to my existence that I apply to my customers. I don't upcharge people like 200% on things. I don't charge people double on shit. I think that's stupid. Okay, yeah, go ahead and make your profit. Maybe charge 10%. What, 15? Right? You know, like a Hollywood agent. You know how expensive prices have gotten? I never do an uptick. I never do it. Even with my biggest customers, like the guy I'm with right now, he's getting the exact bills. If he's like, hey, I don't believe you, I'll be like, dude, here is the exact breakdown in my books of this. I'm keeping full track of this. I am your acolyte. I'm your advocate. I'm your acolyte. Because I know I've done the damn job in my head 100 times. The problem is, right now, this guy keeps changing it. So, cheers! Yeah, last of the petty cash, y'all. Oh, man. I hate to say that's petty cash, dude. Because there's no beer left in this house. I guess I could roll over and steal a bunch of scotch from my pops, but they make the same for B hat, the hard hat. Yeah. A bump cap is okay. I'm 6'6". I occasionally, and when I say occasionally, frequently, I bump my head when I get out of the truck. Sorry, y'all. I had to blow my nose. Like, I think tomorrow there is definitely a video coming out where it just says vacuum selection at Walmart. And then it's just me looking at vacuums and saying sucks. Because it's not wrong, right? And everyone's going to laugh because they're just like, yeah, no, okay, I gotcha. By the way, Daniel, if you want to go and steal that video and post it in the next 12 hours, you can do that. I'm just playing. I'm playing, David. It's a joke. Just, dude, stop typing. Stop it. Stop. I can feel you typing. Stop it. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. No, I want to see you back, Dave. David. Obviously, don't want Dave or whatever. These are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know. Do you know that song? These are the Daves I know. David, this guy. David, that one. This one's something. His last name is David. It's from Kids in the Hall. The Daves I know. It's dude. If you never heard it, just go listen. Just go look it up. You can leave the stream. You have permission. Here's a hall pass. Look, I am gonna shut you down. Everybody, you're getting shut down. Hey, look. Okay. Humility is not easy, okay? Just all you gotta do is sort of look at everyone and everything in the world objectively. Like they are something that you don't understand and you need to study to understand. Okay, and I know that sounds cruel and fucked up because that's how kind of we're living in the America we're in right now, but at the same time, to objectify whilst also telling someone that you'd like to understand deeply on an emotional level, and then doing that is a different thing. I be David in honor of King David. Okay, David, I am Mariahi, Mariasus, Matthews, Matthew. Yeah, I've read that book a whole bunch. So I don't go by Matthew anymore because I'd rather be a great protector, as in Edward, than a gift of God. And I went by Matthew for a long time. Not full Matthew. I went by Matt, and people treated me like a mat, like a doormat. They'd freaking walk all over me. They'd step on me. And now I remember one of my favorite, most amazing people in my life was Uncle Ed. And I'm going to pay homage to that legacy, and I'm going to bring Pops' friggin' dad back for a little bit before he fucking passes away, because that's going to happen soon, too. Don't act like that's not going to happen soon. I can see the writing on the wall. You guys need to sub. I need the friggin' resources to get his stories back. Trust me when I tell you. Joseph, Gerard, Giles, David. Okay, fair. Hey, Moishel? Katz's Deli? Hey? You ever had Katz's friggin' Deli? You ever had a pastrami out of Katz's? Or even just like a pot roast out of Katz's? Dude, the pot roast out of Katz's, Katz's Deli makes hard smoked meat. So if you're ever in New York, so I'm from New York, okay, so occasionally I got my buddy Charlie. I mentioned him multiple times. He buys out of Katz's. He'll buy like a friggin' like a whole friggin' meat thing. It's already done. So all you gotta do is you gotta take it, you gotta put it in the slow cooker, you gotta pour all the juice in the bag, and you gotta turn it on, and you gotta wait 2 hours. It's so good. Dude, smoked meat Montreal, y'all. Hey, dude, I like everything's. I'm not into some of the stuff y'all put on everything's. And I like some friggin', what is it, French fries with cheese and cheese curds? I don't know if I can do just straight cheese curds, man. Those things are friggin' intense, bro. They're really intense, bro. I mean, just cheese fries are literally where you guys got that from, or where we got it from. We stole that from Canada. But I mean, both of us stole that from the Julien School of Pomme Free. Le Julien School of Pomme Free. Oui, oui, mon chéri. Do I know French? Yeah, a little bit. Do I know Japanese? Arigato matemasu. Torimasu Edie, where? Yeah. No, I've been trying to learn. I want to learn Japanese mostly. Japanese has been my focus lately. Mostly because, I used to actually, comprehend a lot of it when I was a kid. So, another deep, long story is we used to go to this college campus, NC State. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't broadcast it, but, people will figure it out. That's what I'm saying. I say it sometimes. So, I live in Raleigh. And down there, there's a college town, okay? When I was growing up, there were foreign exchange students from Japan. And what they would do is they would get tapes from the American exchange students in Japan, and then they would translate them, right? And we would watch them on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night was always anime. So Friday night, we always showed up for anime. And we were like, dude, I asked my buddy Alex, I was like, how did you get hooked up with this? Because this is freaking amazing, right? And we spent every week, and then we started getting videotapes, copies. We started paying into that system that they were doing, where they deliver basically videotapes every week of what was happening on Japanese TV, game shows, soap operas, Rashomon, bunch of things, okay? Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, bunch of that shit, okay? And so eventually we'd go every Friday, and eventually we'd start talking to like some of the native speakers who are around, and they'd come to me because I have a very distinct voice, okay? Actually that my vocal inflection is very similar to Japanese already. I don't know how to explain that, but dude, dude. Also, man, I'm trying to lose weight, right? Like I used to be 300 pounds. I'm 225, bro. I like it. I'm happy. I think I'm gonna start exercising and like jack it up a little bit. Not like crazy, you know, not like friggin' maybe like roll a little like closer to like the Brad Pitt era of jack it up. But anyway, no, I know the face will never friggin' do it. It's okay. That's not the point, dude. It's not the point. Also, like, when I get there, y'all, I ain't gonna be some jerky ass friggin' Jeff. Pay me most. Dipwad. Friggin' asshole. Dude, and I never liked that Elon Musk guy. Man, he was like, I'm gonna build a speed tunnel between these two places. Never fucking showed up. He took government money for it from California. What a bunch of suckers. Hey, you know, I've only been suckered out of my money probably, I don't know, a dozen or so times in my life. I learned pretty early that you should not let people read you a story and then tell you they're going to change the world. Here's how you change the world. By the way, I'm doing it on the channel. You quietly tell people that they're worth something. And that whilst they are learning that they're worth something, you reinforce it constantly. So that's how I raised my son, right? Dude, pepperoni is the worst freaking product. You have to buy a real pepperoni for it to taste dope. 100%. Okay, if you're drinking soda all day, you can change it to water and you will lose 30 pounds. The way I lost the rest of that kind of 30 pounds to 40 pounds was by portion control. And then splitting my meal between, I don't know, me eating whenever I could and just me stopping and eating one of my 3 square meals a day. I know that sounds insane and amazing, but that's only what they taught us in freaking school. So, like, look, reality is like, we only know the rules, right? Everyone says the freaking rules out loud all the time. Don't do this, don't do that. No, those aren't rules, y'all. Those are guidelines. Okay? There's no rules to your existence. There's no rules to your life, people. The worst part is, you're still living your life. If you're still listening, you might still be listening. You might still be living your life according to someone else's ideas and their rules, as opposed to your own. And part of the problem I have is like, I lost a friend today, not like physically, just like from a parental issue that they're having. And that I said to the parents, I was like, okay, well, hey, you don't want nothing to do with us as a family. I got you, cool. That's fine, but just know, keep my number, because when he runs, he knows where to go. He's my son's best friend. My friggin' son is so pissed at me because I had to tell him that his parents wouldn't let him come over, even though he's like 18 years old, grown-ass man. Hey, while he came over to your house, he smoked pot with your kid. I was like, I sent them something, I said, so you're saying that he brought something to my house, smoked it, and I was too busy painting, doing my job, to notice it. I'm going to tell you right now, I definitely noticed it. Because I can smell everything from this open garage door. I can hear everything in the house from the top of the attic. And I know exactly who walks with what cadence and through what parts of the house more often. I know how many steps there are to get upstairs and downstairs. and I know how many steps there are to get ups, down, up, where my friggin' studio used to be. So yeah, 14 steps per story. 14 steps. That's actually a standard, by the way. The only reason I know that is it's actually a standard. 14 steps to walk up a regular 8-foot ceiling, 1 flight of steps. So 14 steps, right? 28 steps is what I do to go upstairs and smoke a bong rip. And 28 steps is what I do to come down and talk to people on stream. I know the cost. The only reason I'm alive, the only reason I am still existing is because I literally live in a step machine. Okay? Why did I make changes? I was tired, I was fed up, and I was so thirsty. And I didn't know it until someone said, hey, you know, when you get really high and you get cotton mouth, maybe just drink 2 bottles of water or something because you might be dehydrated. I was like, what? So, take from that what you will, y'all. Just stay on a water diet, okay? Like, if you get hungry at weird times, just keep drinking water because the water will shut off the hunger. Because the hunger is you being thirsty, not you being hungry. You got a dog, me. You got a cane corso? Nice. I got some friends who do cane corsos. I don't have a dog right now. Dude, Pops would have already gotten a dog at this point. And I'm gonna be real, dude. I'm Edward the Protector. I'm not buying a big, huge dog to protect us because I don't know if you can tell, but I think I have the blade ends covered, and I also have projectiles covered, and I also have a couple of interesting videos coming. How to build a potato gun, but instead of shooting potatoes, right? Don't use the new one. Am I wrong? God, you know, life is good when you know the expectations of something you're doing. Yes, I literally just hit a pressurized can. I knew how much pressure was in it. It's okay. I'm telling you, I am a professional. This is the worst part. People do not ever think I am professional enough to do this job. Oh, I know, David. That's why you're here. You want to hear my craziest ideas? But they're not crazy. They're actually dope physics ideas. And when I say that you can spray paint stuff for 20, 30, 40 years and never realize that the best ammo for a, I don't know, what do you call them? Slingshot, potato gun with the right diameter bore and the right pack out. Telling you, this has every single can of this you buy. You should always keep one thing out of it. And yes, I cut it open. What you do is when it feels like it's almost done, you just keep spraying it. And when it goes, then you can hit it and it won't like explode heavily. By the way, I've exploded several in my hands over the years. It's not that big of a deal. Just make sure you, when you do it, you point it kind of away or like sideways to you so you can like shoot. I got some art pieces I could actually show you where I did that. But I'm trying to look for, where's my dang friggin' paper towels? Where's my dang paper towels? Okay, well, I'll use this paper that I got free for something in a box of some sort. Okay, so, yeah, that's the thing you save out of this. Even if these are inconsistent, I'm telling you, right? Oh, man, these are good, too. Hold on, wait, no, hold on. What is that, my good friend? Is that a marble or is that a steel ball bearing? I don't know, man. If I'm pointing something at someone and I want to pretend like it's lethal, that's what I'm going to use. By the way, there's other ways to do potato guns without using hairspray, igniters, or You can just use general air pressure. You can do 120, 250, 500 psi. Dude, that looked real badass. I'm not joking. By the way, I could probably buy these en masse in bulk, which I might one day, and tell you the experience behind it. But I always save these. I actually have a jar. The jar is friggin' buried right now. I have two jars. I have the steel bearing ones and the glass ones. And what you do with the glass ones is you take the glass ones because you want to do a larger bore tube. You get a little bit more effective. But what you do is you take those glass ones and you put the initial pack for your dump load, and then you put that right in there, and then you twist up the front of it. I'm just saying, I actually remember doing like pellet gun tests when I was like 5, 6, or not 5, 6, 7 to 10. Yeah, I got here 5, 6, 7 to 10. Oh, here's the other thing. Whenever you get something that has a ball bearing, these don't have ball bearings. These are literally, most of these knives have no ball bearings. They are just literally brass washers. But it's a great shot. It's a great replacement for recapping shot if you're doing new shots. Hey, slingshots used to come, with literally these ball bearings, and this size ball bearing used to come with a Crossman. Yeah, Crossman brand. Yeah. All right, I'm definitely crawling over. Look, folks, I'm gonna leave everyone here with this. Nobody told you to live a dull life. I'm telling you that you have every potential to live an adventure, because money is easy to generate. If you can dig a hole, you can make money. Period. End of story. That's literally digging holes for dead people. I believe in you. Don't be so morbid. Pay it forward and believe in others. Because the more you tell people that you will believe them when they go after their dreams, they'll be there to support your dreams. And I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't had a dream in years. Because all I've ever done is pursue them. One love, y'all. We get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. One freaking love. I believe in all of you. I'll catch up with you guys in a couple days. I can't stream for a couple days, I know. But I will. Peace out.